All right, fans, on your feet. The 2019 Cavaliers are on their way to Cavalier Field.
We'll just wait till they we'll wait till they get down because
here, just put it on there.
Okay.
Just watch moving too quick though, Gavin. It'll tell you if the camera's panning too fast.
Okay.
We are live.
We are live.
I think.
All right, welcome Triton Trojans fans. I'm Andy O'Hara alongside the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler. Kenny is away, and we'll be missing having him, but look forward to his return. Standing in tonight, we have Triton senior Gavin Greer joining us here tonight. Joined us last week, so he's been practicing, so he'll be all ready to go. He's going to run the camera. You talk about a universal remote. He's learned everything we do up here, Orion. So, like we said, tonight, two H&AC opponents face off what could be an old-fashioned football contest. The last couple of years, it's been quite a matchup between both of these teams. Triton has won the last couple, but Triton's line needs to batten down the hatches, and the linebackers need to be on point tonight. Defensive backs really need to be ready to wrap up and take down the rushing attack of that three-headed monster of Dittmeyer, King, and Stevens. You talk about a rushing attack, Culver's got it. We're running that wishbone offense. This is a group of guys who can take off and go, and they're going to rumble forward. They don't rumble those 3 to 5 to 6 yard runs. Those end up totaling up as the game goes along, but Triton's going to have to get them off the field, and when they get the football, they're going to have to score. Triton made huge strides last week against Bremen. Even though we're slow to get going, they drew even and outplayed the Lions in the second half. What's most impressive is how this team's been riddled by injuries. Of course, the players who stepped up on both sides of the football, that line, I'll tell you what, a week ago with that line, much were depleted by injuries and everything. That line stepped up pretty really good. Had two freshmen along the line. Both of them played really, really well down there. Trenton Krepp looked really good at right guard. Real strong senior. We'll see what he can do here tonight. The biggest thing, we just need to make the most of those opportunities tonight. Like I said, Culver is a talented football team. They are favored by 9, according to John Harold. But Triton's trending in the right direction, and they're going to get better each and every week. Like I said tonight, they need to be able to aggressive for 4 quarters in the trenches and on both sides of the ball, and they've got to stop the run. You're not going to see Culver throw the ball a whole lot, but this is a team who likes to run the ball and run right down your throat, and they're going to do it, and they're very good at it. So, Gavin, you've got to watch these guys play Culver a little bit longer than I have. What are your kind of thoughts for tonight?
I think that if we utilize the passing game tonight, I think we could pull out a win. We have a real strong pass team this year with the receivers, Baxter, Thornburg, and Baxter. And we have a good quarterback in Pitney. I think if they throw it up, we could do good.
And that's one thing, like you said, Pitney right there. I did an interview with him over the weekend. You talk about a young man that threw over 200 yards passing in 3 of 4 contests. He's a guy who can get out. He's very accurate. Let him get his feet set. Another one of those guys is Hunter McIntyre, a guy who can take off and run. He got stronger running as the game went on last week. We'll see what they can do. But I think tonight the big thing, Gavin, is they're going to have to slow down this rushing attack, because all that's going to do is going to give them a 12th man with that clock running. But at the same time, Triton's going to have to make every bit of their offensive possessions count, because Culver can go right down and score with that rushing attack, and they can take up an entire quarter.
We're teaching Gavin the camera tonight, so at least for the first half, maybe. So
hey, we'll make it work. Gavin's doing a pretty good job, and he told me he said he was watching some football and getting some practice, and I'm pretty happy about that. Like I said, very excited to have Gavin up here. Not only can he help us carry things, Orion, but at the same time he can kind of give us that other set of hands we could need. More the merrier. We'll make her work.
Michael Skiles, please report to the press box. Michael Skiles.
So back deep to receive the opening kickoff is Damian Sullivan. Cabrera's feeling a lot better. Kind of had rolled his ankle last week. Kind of hammered. Kind of made him a little slow last week and have a hard time in that ball game. But like I said, he's here tonight. You talk about a guy that's got a leg. He's got a leg. Wind is almost non-existent, and it feels like it's set to the ovens turned on tonight. It's a little warm out here tonight.
Damian Sullivan.
So Sullivan back to receive the kick. Cabrera gets ready to send it away. We'll get this Week 5 matchup underway here at Culver High School on homecoming for the Cavaliers.
We're running limited scoreboard tonight, too.
Yep. So we will try to update that as much as possible as Sullivan takes it inside his own 10-yard line. He's going to come out. He's got some blockers. He's got some space. Sullivan found a seam. He fumbles the football. And it looks like, I believe that was Blake Thompson fell down on top. Good job there by Bryce Coppice to get inside there and strip the ball. But I'll tell you what, Sullivan had all green in front of him. That touchdown saving tackle by Bryce Coppice may have been the difference right there. So if you're down there, Gavin, you're Kobe Mass, what are you telling those guys before they walk to this first snap?
They have to close the gaps on the offensive line for them. They have to attack the rusher. Can't let them get through. They have to just stay focused on what's happening.
And Triton's definitely stacking the line. 5 down linemen. They go against this wishbone attack. And here goes Dittmeyer. And he got his first down carry. That's what he's good at. This team is very good at disguising that run. Like I said, they can go 3 times up with Dittmeyer, kick it out to King, or they can go with Carter Stevens. They showed it off right there. Big thing you're going to have to read. You're going to have to read those guards and read those interior offensive linemen is what you're going to have to do to kind of give yourself a chance to read that run. And it's going to be a little bit of a learning experience for these linebackers out here in this opening drive. 5 down linemen for the Trojans in the trenches. Those linebackers cheating up, getting ready for this run. It's going to go up, and it's going to be Dittmeyer again. He's going to get stopped short. Triton read down, but he falls forward for a nice gain on the opening drive.
Led by number 57.
Dittmeyer had over 200 yards rushing in that South Central game. You talk about a very talented runner. And last year, this is a guy who rushed well over 1,000 yards. This is a guy who can get out and go. He may be big, but he is fast.
For the Cavaliers.
Kind of reminds me of Mike Allstott a little bit. That's Gavin. You probably don't even know who that is, do you?
I don't.
Oh boy, man, I didn't think I was that old. Handoff's going to go to Stevens, and Stevens is going to come to the near side. He'll have enough for a first down.
Brought down by number 10, Gavin Ness.
So Gavin Ness in there on the tackle, and they'll get a first down.
Spot the ball.
You know, that style of offense works real well. If you get out there and you run that and just break off those 5-yard carries, I mean, that's plus yardage. As long as you're moving forward, that clock's going to run, and that can be a real handy thing there for Culver. Standing there, quarterback is Tucker Fisher, the sophomore. Here's the snap. He's going to go up to Dittmeyer again, and Dittmeyer's going to go forward for a little ways.
Dittmeyer on the carry.
And he'll get a pretty good gain on first down. Culver is marching down the field. Looking like they want an opening score here on homecoming.
Bring up a second down play.
So you were in school all week this week, Gavin. What was kind of the mood in the hallways as far as getting ready for this one?
Team felt confident. They think that they played well against this team the past 2 years. They want to come back out and do it again tonight.
I mean, the last 3 contests they've won, including the sectional game to send us to the championship there. Here's the snap. On over to Stevens. Stevens will rumble forward. That's going to be enough for a first down. Right there, those kind of plays are bread and butter. Those can take off and go, and those things can really help you out. And Culver's doing a good job controlling the clock, momentum of the game right now, really favoring them. Triton needs a big stop to see if they can get some momentum back on their side, and that far sideline needs to get into this ball game. Of course, McCoy, Reichert, Farrell on the near side of the line. Handoff's going to be up to Dittmeyer. Dittmeyer is going to punch it in from 14 yards out. And Culver's on the board first. You talk about old-fashioned football right there, running the ball. That's the best way to do it.
Cavaliers are on for the 2-point conversion.
So Triton needs to stand tall in this moment, get ready to. This offense is going to have to come out and answer right in a hurry. McCoy goes off. Culver's going to go for 2. Of course, the 3-headed monster in the backfield. Here's the snap. He's going to go to Stevens, and Stevens is going to rumble forward, and he'll have it there for the 2-point conversion. So Culver's on the board first. What did you see in that drive, Gavin, that Triton needs to really kind of tighten up on?
I tried to push them more to outside with the run. They're going right through the middle too easy, it looks like.
Well, that's exactly right. Those guards, those interior linemen, really opening up the run like I said, Dittmeyer is a real patient runner, and they can disguise that run and that option play with the quarterback. Fisher does a real good job kind of disguising the play. So, I mean, the big thing they're going to do, like you said, you're going to have to eat up those gaps. That's what the big thing the defense is going to have to do. Those linemen got to get that break off the line, but those linebackers have got to be ready to get in there and chew up some of that open space.
At the 9-minute, 30-second mark of the first quarter, it's your Cavaliers 8.
So, Cavaliers up 8-0 here in the opening quarter. Triton's getting ready to receive the kick. Of course, Triton special teams is kind of really starting to trend in the right direction. The team, like I said, this return team the special teams is getting a lot better. If they can get an opening big return here from Quentin Ames, and you talk about a speedy guy, he can do it.
On the kick for the Cavaliers, number 5, Tucker Fisher.
So Tucker Fisher handling the quarterback duties as well as the kicking duties. Gets ready to go out there and gets ready to kick it away as Quentin Amson's back there to receive. Ness is on the far side, and you got Baxter here on the near side. So there's still some speed out there with those 3 guys in the back. So we'll see Fisher send it away here, but that next line's got to be right. But you got Cabrera on there, so you got some players there. I'm sorry, I think Cabrera. That's Conley. So Fisher, straight, hard line kick. And we're going to get. They're going to blow the play dead and a flag on the far side of the field.
Flag on the play.
This looks like they're going to. So that's going to move them back. Say one of the guys looked like they've been may have been offsides. Too far ahead of the kick. At least I think that's what it was. I don't even see the head official. Oh, he's all the way back over there. Like he's not where he's supposed to be. So that'll be so right there. That's a big improvement for Triton. So that gives Triton some momentum. Need to return this kick. Need to be ready set to return this one. Fisher sent a nice kick away. See if he does it again. And this will be kind of a line drive kick. Goes on over to Butler with the football, and he'll get through. Gavin Butler.
Number 1, Gavin Butler.
Haven't got to say his name much, but you talk about an athlete. He can take off and surely take off and run as well. So here we go. Connor Pitney, the senior quarterback, comes onto the field. We'll see what he can do against this Cavalier defense.
42-yard line, 1st and 10.
So if you're coming out here, Gavin, what kind of play do you think if you're out there and you're calling the plays, what would you call when you get up there?
I'm going to try to go for a deep pass, try to score quick, put numbers back up on the board.
Triton definitely has the speed in their skill positions as Pitney's got 3 wide receivers to his left and McIntyre on his left hip. Here's a snap for Pitney, looking quick for Baxter. Chance Baxter just too high, goes right in and out of his hands. Right idea. Those slant passes, if you can find that soft spot in the zone, those kind of plays can really pay off for Triton.
Owen Valaquette on the breakup.
But nice call there, Gavin with the opening throw there. Nice call there. So here we go with the line down there. We're going to have a left tackle. On the far side, you're going to have Trey Shue. And the left guard, you're going to have Cam Shively. He was our interview this week. You talk about a fun guy. I like Cam. He's pretty cool. Farrell to snap. Right guard's going to be Trenton Kreft. And then McCoy will be your right tackle. Pitney back out of the shotgun. 2 wide receiver split. Hands off to Hunter McIntyre. Man with the motor, don't quit. McIntyre finds the outside, cuts back in. McIntyre's feet. It looks like that's going to be good enough for a first down.
On the carry.
Hunter McIntyre, 70-plus yards on the ground a week ago. You talk about a strong runner. He just keeps running and running right through.
Cavalier territory at the 45-yard line, 1st and 10, Trojans.
So Triton moving the chains. That's the kind of things they need to do. They need to answer back. They're going to have to go blow for blow here because the positive thing for Triton is they get that ball back at the second half. If they can kind of keep going back and forth with Culver, they need to make the most of these offensive possessions. Nate Amson split out left. Here's a snap for Pitney. He's looking left. Quick hitter on over to Bryant. Oh, Koppas had a completion with at least 8 yards in his hands and drops it. Was worried about the footsteps coming behind him.
So number 24.
So I'll bring Lucas Cabrera back in.
Bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Coach Eunice sending in the signal. I like this no-huddle offense that Triton runs. Fast-paced. They're going to kind of bunch up the formation, bring everybody in close to the line. Nobody split out wide. McIntyre in the backfield. Pitney out of the shotgun. Culver's adjusting. Pitney now. Play action fake. Here comes the option play. Nice job by Connor Pitney, and he'll get out of bounds.
Pitney on the carry, forced out of bounds by
got about 3 yards on the carry. Not a bad play there.
Pick up a couple yards. They'll mark it at the.
But Connor, he can take off and run. We talked in our interview. You talked about a guy that played wide receiver last year. He may not be the fastest guy, but he knows exactly. If you talk high IQ, Connor Pitney's picture's right there.
The Trojans.
Pitney now working out of the shotgun. Same set. McIntyre on his right hip now. Culver inching for a blitz. Here comes the brusher. On over to D'Angelo Shumpert. Shumpert's got on the far sideline. He's at the 20. Breaks out Ziajo. Shumpert trying to find his way. And we got a flag on this side of the field. And they say it's going to be, they're calling a touchdown for the moment, but we've got a flag over here on the play. If it stands, it's a 43-yard touchdown pass to D'Angelo Shumpert, but we got some dirty laundry on the field. See what the call's going to be here from the head official. I'm not sure if that is.
Sideline warning on the Cavaliers.
Sideline warning. They're going to call a sideline warning on the Cavaliers. So the touchdown will stand. Triton answers back.
Trojans are on for the
So 43 yards from Pitney to Shumpert works out well there.
number 9, Luis Cabrera, on for the extra point.
Lucas Cabrera back to kick. Lucas is really getting this kicking thing figured out. Westaver in to kind of seal off the edge from the near side. And we're going to get a flag on the play in a hurry. A couple early 3 flags here tonight thus far. Officials are deliberating. We're going to call a false start against Triton.
On the Trojans.
So Triton gets their first penalty of the night. Point after touchdown. So Cabrera's going to have a little bit longer of a kick. But Lucas Cabrera, we know what kind of leg he's got. If he can kind of get that straightened out, he can do some nice. He could become a real valuable kicker. He may not have Brandon Linker's leg, but by golly, he comes close. Snaps down, holds good, and it's going to be just well off the mark. And that's going to put Triton now 8-6. So Triton trails. Not a bad stand there, Gavin.
It was good.
I mean, you had some option plays mixing things in, the play action pass. I mean, you had some stuff really working there, but like I said, those quick hitters, those can be just as effective. Get the ball to the playmaker's hands and let him take off and go. If you remember a season ago, Delano Shumpert took one 73 yards to the house on a little short play on like 4th down and long.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, don't count those little short ones out. So coming tonight, we were talking. So we've seen both offenses kind of go out and run. So we're trying now on defense. They're going to have to shut down that run and to really plug up the holes. But the thing is, they do have some speed to the outside. They can give it to Jalen King, and he can take off and go as well. You talk about a speedy guy. He's there, and he can really burn you and take off and go. So don't count him out.
Back deep for the Cavaliers, number 24, Damian Sullivan.
So Triton doing a good job there. Now they're just going to get that team tackling, and they're going to have to react to that ball carrier and watch that line and get themselves adjusted here for this defensive stand. Cabrera to send away. Sullivan back. He had a good return earlier. Here we go again. Line drive kick by Cabrera is going to take a bounce, and Sullivan's going to go on the one hop. Sullivan taking his time, trying to find his play, and good job there. I believe that was Conley gets in there and trips him up. That could have been Quentin Amson, too. It was either one or the other. They got in there and tripped him up, and he'll get to work now on his own 40-yard line.
Drive just outside of their 30-yard line.
Outside of the 30-yard line, about the 30-and-a-half-yard line looks like where it's at. 31. 1st and 10 for Fisher and company. Dittmeyer had a 14-yard touchdown rush on the play. He had a couple of real pretty good, nice runs. You talk about hiding the run well. These guys can hide it. They got a pretty nice line, pretty solid line. So here we go. Wishbone offense. Handoff's going to go right up the middle, and Triton tries to stuff it, but look at the second effort by Dittmeyer. He gets across there. Not a bad gain on the play. Triton's defense looked a lot better kind of covering the gaps there.
Down play, 2nd and 6, Cavaliers.
So we'll see that line of Reichert, Farrell, Shively, Amsden. Let's see who else is down there. Also down there is Luke Snyder. He's down there along the line, so you got 5 down linemen. You got the box really stacked with Mass, Kreft, and Westaver back there. Handoff now, and there's a fumble, and did Triton come away with it?
On the play.
Triton says they have it. Official has it. Triton takes it back over. Culver turns it over on that play.
Over on the Cavalier 32-yard line, 1st and 10.
If you remember our homecoming a season ago, fumbles were the Achilles heel for these Cavaliers in that ball game, but Triton takes over. So right here, Gavin, this is what you talk. You need to capitalize on that play.
This puts us in good position to score again.
So with 7:38 remaining here in the opening quarter, Triton trails by 2. In good position after the fumble.
Right here, I tried to go for another deep pass, try to get a touchdown for instant effect of their turnover.
Play action fake. Yeah, right there. Angelo Shumpert now with a good first down gain. Not bad there. They'll go from their 32 and get all the way inside.
24, Damian Sullivan.
I can't tell from this thing. The 32, the 13-yard line, so a 21-yard gain on the play. Not a bad way to start. So now they're going to bunch everybody up. McIntyre's in the backfield. Good call on the play there, Gavin. Pitney out of the shotgun. McIntyre's got it. McIntyre trying to find the corner. Ziadja and Sullivan in on the tackle. Not much, if any, on the gain. He maybe got a couple yards on the play, and he found a little bit of the corner. Maybe got 2 on the play. Can't tell if it's the 11 or the 10.
11-yard line.
So 2-yard gain on the play. Like you said, Gavin, we got a lot of speed on those receiver spots. These guys are kind of starting to they run their routes very well, and Pitney's as accurate as they come. Across the middle, looking, and Pitney throws an interception, intercepted by Fisher. Fisher goes, and Pitney makes the tackle. So after Culver turns over, Triton gives it right back over.
Triton tackle by number 3.
Pitney trying to go in the coverage there. Fisher steps in front where the quarterback's eyes and took it away.
On their own 20-yard line.
So that'll set Culver now up 1st and 10 inside their own 20-yard line. Good play there by Tucker Fisher to read the offense and jump in front of that one. Looked like Pitney was looking for Baxter there.
Yeah.
So here we go now. 1st and 10 for the Cavaliers. Fisher under center. 3 backs in the backfield. And the handoff goes up to Dittmeyer, and he'll rumble forward for a pretty good gain on first down.
Carry. Tackle by number 9, Lucas Cabrera. Spot the ball at the Cavalier 19-yard line.
So King will come out. Coming in now will be Blake Thompson, the sophomore.
2nd and 6 for the Cavaliers.
Of course, Mike Zinner at the controls for the Cavaliers. Here we go. Here's the snap. Looks like Stevens is going to have it, or Dittmeyer again. Stevens has it. And he'll rumble forward for a first down for Culver. I almost said Culver ears again. Like I did on Saturday. I almost did it Saturday. I almost did it again.
Spotted on their own 36-yard line.
So, Gavin, if you had an opportunity to play football, what position would you want to play if you were out there?
I'd want to be quarterback.
Want to be quarterback. Why is that?
I think quarterback controls the game for the offense. They get to run the field. They're basically the leader of the team.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. Dittmeyer's got it. He rumbles forward. Nice tackle by Quentin Amsden to save he was the last man there to bring him down. Good job by Quentin Amsden to get in there. You know, Q's a pretty strong guy.
We have a second down play with the ball spotted at the
so both teams coming in 2 and 2.
2nd and 3.
This is, I believe, if I read that right earlier, Culver has not won a conference game yet because they have played North Judson and Knox, and they've lost to both. That was their only 2 losses into HNAC opponents thus far this season. And the hard count by Fisher works, and Triton jumps off sides.
Go against the Trojans.
So that was kind of a thing a year ago. Ziadja was the man under center, and he did a good job with the hard count. Fisher does just as good right there with that one.
First down for the Cavaliers. Ball spotted at their own 49-yard line. 1st and 10, Cavaliers.
So Cavaliers on their own 49-yard line as they inch their way into Trojan territory. King, Dittmeyer, and Stevens in the backfield. Snap goes. Hands off to Stevens. Stevens running up the middle, and Stevens rumbling forward. Triton trying to get in there and knock the ball away. Can't quite bring him down. But he'll rumble forward for almost a first down on the play. Just looks like about a yard shy of the first down.
Officials will spot the ball inside of Trojan territory at the 43-yard line.
Last time Culver was in Triton territory, they marched right down and scored. Coach Whitaker calling out the play from the sideline. Talking to his linebackers, trying to get them to read this play here. Goes to King now to the outside. King showing off that speed. Can Amson stop him? King cuts back inside. He's got a step. King's on his way. King's going to go all the way 43 yards for a touchdown. That's what the thing is. I mean, they run a handful of plays, and right there it is. Up the middle, and then out to the outside to King. And he shows it off right there at that speed. Like I said, that wishbone offense works really good when you have a speedy guy and you have two real strong guys. That works out real good. So 2-point conversion attempt here now. Fisher under center. He'll take the snap. Hands off to Stevens, and Stevens will.
Carter Stevens on the carry.
He'll get there, so the 2-point conversion is good. And that'll put the Cavaliers up 10, 16-6. So not quite the start we wanted. Two turnovers by each team, and then Triton turns over and Culver turns it into points. So I mean that's the big thing for Triton. They got to turn that negative into a positive. So right here, big thing for me, Gavin, is they're going to have to answer back in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, like we said, this week our interview was with Cam Shively. Had a lot of fun talking to him and some of the other, like the junior high games when he was running the scoreboard the one day, and had a lot of fun with him. Like I said, the scoreboard's not our usual score bot, so it might be a little bit off here and there. Oh, well, we don't have one right now. Oh. So Ryan's working on it. We're trying to make it work. It's a little difficult, kind of resorting to the old ways of doing things. We'll make her work, though. We'll update the time. It's 3:57 remaining here in the opening quarter. 16-6 is our score. Culver's out in front. So Triton coming back out onto the field. Quentin Amson, gotta believe they're going to have to need a nice return on this play. Butler had the last return after backed up Culver. We'll see what they can do here. Amson ready to go now. So here goes Fisher now. He'll get ready to send it away. His second kickoff on the night, end over end. Amson takes off the one hop. Here he goes. Got some blockers, kicks it out to the outside. He'll rumble forward, but he'll get brought down by Tucker Fisher. He makes the kick. He makes the tackle. Tucker Fisher has been in the Swiss Army knife thus far here for the Cavaliers. King trying to get the home crowd into it here as he might as well have got him fired up. 43 yards on that touchdown run.
The Trojans
Culver's running game working good as usual. So Triton here needs to answer back on offense. Got to believe Coach Eunice has got something drawn up for this drive. Pitting on the shotgun, two wide receivers split to either side of him. Play action fake, the shovel pass to Shumpert. Shumpert's got some space. Shumpert gets the outside. He's not up for a first down, and he'll get pushed out of bounds. Looks like Trevor Thomas was in on the tackle.
For a Triton first down.
See, that kind of stuff there can work. You got to have to get creative, I think, tonight. Can't be one-dimensional out there. But Triton definitely showing off that creativity a lot with a lot of the plays they've had tonight. So that'll move them up for a first down on their own 49-yard line. Pitney now, same set. Everybody's going to kind of bunch up here on the near side. One wide receiver split to the far side. Looks like Coppice. And we're going to get a timeout, I believe. Officials timeout. That a player needs to try to get their cleat set. I don't know.
Trojans have the ball on their own 49-yard line.
So officials timeout there. So it's homecoming night here for the home hosting Cavaliers. Appreciate the hospitality we received here tonight and the help to get us a table and everything set up for the broadcast. And The FFA had a pretty good pork chop sandwiches we had earlier. Pitney out of the shotgun, kicks on over to McIntyre. He'll cut back in, and Sullivan will bring him down in a hurry.
McIntyre on the carry. Tackled by Sullivan, Jake Fisher.
Sullivan and Jake
Hunter
Fisher
Louts.
and Hunter Louts all in on
the play. Back to
the play there. So trying to lose yardage on that run.
46-yard line. Second down.
A little different look.
14.
It's going to be an empty backfield for Connor Pitney. You don't see this too often. Amsden, Coppice, and McIntyre all split out left. Schumpert and Baxter here to the near side. Defense trying to call, trying to answer back. Quick hitter, on over to McIntyre. McIntyre's getting himself free. McIntyre at the left side. McIntyre's got the sideline. McIntyre, Fisher's going to try to knock him out, and does. Big play there. That was a nice play drawn up there, Gavin.
That was.
McIntyre forced out of bounds by Tucker
So as you saw there, the kind of the pick play, McIntyre stepped back. A Culver defender, Pitney even fit in that little tiny window and just got it there. Outside the outstretched arm by the Culver defender, and McIntyre takes a long ways down into the 13-yard line of Culver.
It's different to see a running back go to the wide receiver and catch it.
Hey,
get that much of a gain.
Hey, I mean, right there, that's kind of speaks to the talent of Hunter McIntyre being able to receive like that. And they got the option play. Pitney's going to keep it. Going to have a holding call. Looks like against Triton. Pitney's still trying to run forward. Pitney, if it would have been good. Oh, and Pitney takes a hard shot to the ground.
Pitney on the carry, but there's a flag on the play.
Looks like they're going to call holding and line moving back. Yep, holding against Triton.
On the Trojans.
That would have been 6 points right there, but the flag will move us back. That was a good job by Connor Pitney with the read option play. I was talking to him for the interview, Gavin. I'll tell you what, I was telling that read option play, I mean, you got to have ice water in your veins. You got to know if you're going to absorb the hit and pitch it out to your other guy, if you're going to keep it and take off and run. Connor's a pretty smart guy. He's pretty good at reading stuff, and unfortunately the holding call there will take those 6 points off the board. And I'm going to Triton back now, first down and 20. Moving back 10 yards, first down, and then to the 28-yard line. Moving back 15 yards.
20 for the Trojans.
They're going to bunch them up on the left side, on either side of the line. Here's the snap. Pitney's rolling right. Here comes the pressure. He's going to try to find the outside, get some positive yardage back.
Pitney on the carry, forced out of bounds by number 7.
Out there knocking him out is Trevor Thomas, the senior. Gets outside and pushes him out. Sullivan also in there on the team tackle.
Spot the ball at the
So Triton gets a little bit of yardage there. It's about 4 yards on the carry, 25-yard line, so 3 yards on the play. Second down and second down for him. Here's the snap. Here comes the free rusher. Pitney takes a late hit. McIntyre gets up across the way, and big gain on the play.
To McIntyre.
Nice rush there by Jake Fisher to come across there.
Tackle by Blake Thompson and Tucker Fisher.
Pitney's did a good job staying in the pocket, showing off that toughness and absorbing the hit. Make sure that window was open. Amsden and Schumpert are going to switch sides as they're going to send McIntyre back out left. So 3 wide receivers to the left, empty backfield for Pitney. Here comes the rush. High snap. Pitney gets it away over to Schumpert. Schumpert tries to get some room, but looks like he'll have enough. It might just be short of a first down. Not enough to work there. Kind of a high snap, kind of mishandled it just enough. And that'll bring up fourth down.
6-yard line, bring up a 4th down and 4 play for the first down.
4th down and 4. Got to believe they're going for it here. Triton's been pretty good in the red zone. They're going to have to answer. They're going to have to answer with the big score here. Same set now for the Trojans offense. Pitney now drops back to throw. Here comes the rush. Tries to go over too high for McIntyre, and the ball was tipped up. If Coppice would have turned his head around just a second sooner, he would have saw it. And that's a turnover on downs. And that'll pin Culver back deep, but the running game has been pretty positive thus far. Only one turnover in the game has there been their lone drive where they didn't walk away with points. So Triton had some good things going there, Gavin, on that play.
They did.
On that drive. So now you're on the defense. You know what's coming. What are you telling these guys now? We know we got to eat up the blocks in the line. What are you telling? You're those defensive backs. What are you trying to learn to help out those guys up there on the line?
You have to try to figure out which one it's going to go to before they run, because that's what's tricking them this whole game. They don't know who's going to run it.
And with that wishbone offense, that deal is very tough to read. Handoff goes to Dittmeyer, and he'll get a few yards on the carry.
Dittmeyer on the carry.
So Triton's offense looks good. The defense needs a big
Tackle
stop
by
here
Cabrera.
to get some confidence back on that offensive side of the football. So here we go. We'll see what that line can do here. Josh Lemler's out there on the line. Or Luke Snyder, rather, is out there on the line. Handoff goes up, and a nice big run there for Mr. Dittmeyer on the carry. And he'll have enough for a first down.
Dittmeyer on the carry for another Cavalier first down.
Last year, if you remember on our homecoming, it came down to the wire.
Last
The Triton was up, but
Cabrera
that
on the tackle.
big touchdown by Delano Shumper put him up over top in the final moments. Kind of put it out of reach for Culver, and then the two faced off in the sectionals. Triton won now and on their way to their second
18-yard line.
sectional championship. Here we go now. Fisher now under center, takes the snap, hands off. And Stevens has got it, and he'll rumble forward for a pretty good gain.
Stevens on the
Oh,
carry.
just a little short gain on the play. I thought it was a little further than it was. I don't know about you, Orion, but I would kill for a breeze right now.
Snyder.
I don't know about you over there, Gavin.
I agree with you.
2nd and 8 for the Cavaliers.
First day of fall's on Monday, but it sure don't feel like it. It feels like summer made a return trip.
Under a minute left in the quarter.
So we're inside the final minute
Fans,
of the
don't
opening
forget
quarter.
to visit
Triton trails
our
by
award-winning
10. Second
concession
down
stand.
and 8 for the Cavaliers. Their offense is working so far here tonight. King's got it. He's going to bounce to the outside. They're going to have to shut him down. Amson's going to get there and knock him out of bounds.
Jalen King on the carry, but there's a flag on the play.
We got a flag on the play here now. See the official's call is here. It's going to be holding against the Cavaliers. So wipe off that first down carry, and it's going to move back. So we're just in just 29 seconds remaining here.
Up.
So that'll set up now. Second down. As they move them back into their own territory. Looks like up at the 15-yard line is where they'll set up now.
Officials are spotting the ball.
Second down and 13.
16-yard line, bring up a second down and about 13 for the Cavaliers.
So here's the snap. Handoff is going to go to King. He's going to try it on this side now. Amson tries to go out here and steal off the south side. And good job by Quentin Amson. Oh, but no, King still on his feet. Gavin Ness now has to bring him down and does.
Jalen King on the carry. Brought down in Trojan territory. Last on the tackle. Officials will spot the ball at the
So Gavin Ness in on the tackle there. Amson initially had him, but King showing off that strong running, runs right through him, enough for a first down. 18.6 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Touchdown saving tackle by Ness. Triton's going to have to jump on that King and watch King break to the outside and get ahead of him. So that'll be the end of the first quarter. Culver 16.
Run by Jalen King.
Triton 6, 30 after that 39-yard run. Culver will set up inside Triton territory for the second quarter.
First quarter score.
Of course, like we said earlier tonight, we're joined up here by
Cavaliers 6, the Trojans, or 16, the Trojans 6.
Oh, I thought the program went down. I saw the computer screen like, not good. Trying to work with the old scoreboard here tonight. We learned a new system. We got to relearn another one. Gavin's, of course, he's learning how to run the camera down here tonight. Gavin, you're learning all this stuff. I hope you're taking notes. I'm serious. I hope you're taking notes now, because Orion explained to me, and I look like a deer in the headlights. I just kind of looked at him like, I have no idea what you. If he asked me to repeat, I'm pretty sure I can maybe So here's what you do. It would have been about all that I remember. I remember most of it. I learned quite a bit. Just don't ask me to run it by myself in short notice. So, Gavin, is there anybody going to watch tomorrow on TV? Have you watch any football tomorrow?
I'd watch the Michigan game.
Watch the Michigan game.
I like to watch them.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Big Ten power. Got to like going with those Big Ten teams.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, my Hoosiers need to win very badly.
Yeah.
They got to beat Connecticut tomorrow. Of course, Notre Dame's got a big matchup against Georgia, the primetime game tomorrow night. And like I told Grandpa as we were watching, that team along the line is going to have to play a lot better, and they're going to be a little more aggressive against Georgia because those 20-yard gains aren't going to happen very often with those guys. So here we go. First and 10 from the Triton 46-yard line. Triton up there trying to crowd the line, see if they can make a stop here and get a push on this run. This running offense as Dittmeyer breaks free. Dittmeyer well up the middle. Cabrera.
Dittmeyer on the carry.
Westhaver. And Amsden all in on the tackle.
First down.
It's going to be close, but it's going to be a first down.
Dittmeyer
picks up another one. They've been moving the chains really well here this season. They showed it off here. Of course, their opening game of the season, they kind of lost a tight match against North Judson, then lost to Knox, but had wins in between those weeks. If I can read my paper. Had wins against South Central, team that Triton played. They won that one 52-22, and also win against West Central as they'll run it again. Not much on the carry there, so Triton kind of has that one. But the thing is, though, Gavin, with the running play like that, keep running them up and pushing and pushing and pushing. Eventually, Triton, that defense is going to get tired. On the thing with 1A football, you play both ways. That's tough, especially those guys along the line. So if you're over there on the far sideline on our guys, and we're kind of facing adversity here, what are you trying to do? Your job on the sideline. What do you think you would be doing over there? Trying falls for the hard count.
You want to keep everyone motivated. They have to believe in themselves. They just have to find a way to push back the run, make them switch to the pass game, because I think our defensive backs could take over then.
Oh, exactly. I mean, like I said, and with what Culver does, they're doing exactly they do very well. Don't make them no slouch. Triton, this defense has just got to have to win those battles in the trenches. We got the guys that can do it, but there's a talented line in Culver. I mean, they've got this offense ran well, and they run it well. Linebackers got to be ready. They get to their positions. Handoff goes to Dittmeyer, and he finds some space, and he'll get
Dittmeyer on the carry.
A ways there for the first down.
Amsden on the tackle.
So Q in there to help bring him down. Got in there.
First down.
Dittmeyer's a strong runner. Like we said last year, he showed it, and he's done it thus far this season. King has been very active. You can't count out Stevens. As Fisher receives the call from coach, he'll go out there and get ready to relate to the troops, and they'll line up here for this first down attempt. 22-2 is our score. Oh, I'm sorry, 16-6. Looked the wrong thing.
Officials timeout. So
official timeout. That's the second time we've had a timeout. Cam Shively's going to come out real quick. McCoy will come in. Looks like something with his helmet. They're going to try to get his helmet adjusted. King comes out. Look at Jeremiah Farrell. He found a free lane in there to Jalen King. Good job by Farrell to jump through there. Jump the run, get through his gap and make the tackle.
Spot the ball.
That was a nice play by Farrell. Right? They must have been listening to you up here, Gavin.
Bring up 2nd and 12 for the Cavaliers.
So Amsden here on the near side. Farrell, Reichert, McCoy, who just checked in, and Luke Snyder, the other one there along the line. Linebacking core of Westhaver, Kreft, and Mass ready to go. Handoff goes to Carter Stevens. He's going to go up the left side, and he's going to get a decent gain on the carry, and that'll bring up third down. Haven't seen this all too often here tonight for Culver.
Farrell on the tackle. Spot the ball inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Cam Shively looks like he got his helmet all kind of adjusted where he needs it.
for the Cavaliers.
So looks like he'll be getting ready to come back in here in a moment. As King will come out and Blake Thompson will come in. Let's see what they do here on third down. Triton can make a big stop here. Handoff goes to Dittmeyer. He'll find his way behind the line. He'll get brought down. He's still going forward, but he won't get enough for a first down. They'll bring up fourth down. But you got to believe the Cavaliers might be going for it.
The 15-yard line will bring up a fourth down play. 4th and 4 for the Cavaliers.
So 8:34 remaining here in the second quarter. 16-6 is our score. As Culver's here on their homecoming tonight. Of course, Triton next week will be down at Pioneer
our pork chop sandwiches
for the second game of their 4-game road stand.
23.
I could eat another one of those pork chops. Those pork chops are pretty good.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Triton's going to jump across the hard count.
FFA-sponsored pork chop dinner is still going on.
I'll tell you what, Fisher's pretty good at that hard count. Now it's going to mark it off. They just gave Culver a first down.
Trojans will bring up a Cavalier first down. Ball spotted at the
Next time out, we might play musical chairs.
You need me to switch?
Yeah, I think we got the scoreboard running now.
Okay. So we're going to get our timeouts. First one for Triton. They're going to take the first team timeout of the game.
Well, there we go.
There we go. So,
wishing you'll get received.
See, there you go. They must have heard you down there and thought you needed a break. Pretty sure that's what happened. So we'll let the guys over there get things switched around.
Let's see a good cheer.
So we'll see what they can do here. Triton now, like we were talking about, needs to make a big stop on the offense here. So as they make a change up, we are too. Gavin gets in position, so he's all set. Ryan's down there on the far side.
Fans, with 8 minutes and 16 seconds left before the homecoming festivities, please visit our award-winning concession stand located in the north end zone of Cavalier Field. Make sure you get all your snacks so you're sitting in your favorite seat for the homecoming festivities. Homecoming 2019.
If you don't mind. Oh, true. I didn't think about that. So here we go. Fisher back under center. 1st and 10 now from the Triton 10-yard line. Here's the snap, and it's going to be King, and he's going to find pay dirt again for the second time tonight.
Carry for a Cavalier touchdown.
Jalen King has been the main bell cow back thus far with 2 big touchdown scores. They are now up 22-6 over our visiting Trojans. They've been perfect on their 2-point conversions thus far.
Cavs are on for the conversion.
Got you guys all adjusted? Everybody's good?
Yeah, I'm getting comfortable now.
Okay.
I'm in my normal spot.
There you go.
We got replay going here maybe.
Fisher with the keeper. That'll be, they will not convert the 2-point conversion. That'll bring the score 22-6. You talk about needing a score. Triton needs one on this drive. So the home crowd will get up on their feet after that score.
Excuse me. If you could like go side one or the other, you keep hitting our camera shot of our scoreboard.
So Culver now back on the board. Gavin's now going to switch control. So we're going to see how he does, if he remembered what he did last week, Orion. So here we go now, trying to receive the kick. Quentin Amson will be back, and Fisher will get ready to do the kicking duties for the Cavaliers.
Tucker Fisher on to kick off for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, so
back deep for the Trojans, number 5, Quentin Amsden. Check that, number 4, Hunter McIntyre. No, number 5, Amsden.
He was making sure he knew which one it was. Those numbers are tough to read from up there. It's a little easier when you're not in the press box. Fisher now will get ready to send it away. Triton with another chance on offense here. We'll see what they can do. Fisher gets ready to send it away, and he has a right to the right. Ness is going to let it bounce over his head, and Am's going to take on the one, hop inside the 20-yard line. Q's got some space. Q up through the 40. Q's going to spin away at the 45, and he's going to get brought down almost to midfield. Triton needed a big play there, and Quentin Amson delivers. Well, we got him on the replay. Let's see what he can do here. Watch Quentin Amson here. He'll take off. Watch him accelerate and break up through and then the spin move.
Eagle Eyes up here spotted 82 on that pile.
He gets across there. Amson will spin away right there. Watch, that was a nice play. You talk about momentum right there. You got to have to play off of that. I sent our other guy out for water.
The ball at the Trojan.
Is he getting more than one?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not that mean. I know if I need a drink, you guys need one, so.
I didn't think about hiring a runner for tonight. I guess we got one.
Yep. Paying for his gas money. Just kidding. On the option, pitch on over to McIntyre on the outside. Good job by McCoy to really seal off that outside run. McIntyre gets a big run on first down, but he'll step out.
McIntyre.
Big run there for the Trojans. McCoy might have got away with one there.
After he picks up a Trojan first down.
So big first down play there for Hunter McIntyre, a man with the motor that doesn't quit. That's one thing, watching against Bremen, I know that second half was tough. The guys were trying to climb back in. You talk about Hunter taking off and running. The dude just kept working hard, just trying to do what he could to kind of bring the guys back. So here we go, 2 wide receivers split to either side. Eunice relaying in the call. McIntyre on the right hip of Pitney. He'll go to work. Play action. Oh, going to go to the play action. McIntyre's going to run again. McIntyre's still on his feet. Rumbles forward for another big run. Trying taking out a page of the book of the running plays by Culver, trying to answer with their own running game. But like you said, that running game can really open up the pass, and trying to watch him there. That was a good run by Hunter. I didn't see the replay, so it's a
first and 10 Trojans.
Good job. I didn't see. You're good.
Yeah, we're out with our second monitor tonight.
Yeah, I was looking, I'm like, wait a minute, Gavin's being quiet, so what's going on?
I didn't think about that.
That's all right. You're good. 2 wide receivers split to either side for Pitney. Here's the snap. McIntyre again, and he'll get brought down immediately at the line with no gain on the play.
Trevor Thomas on the tackle.
So the Triton offense trying to make something happen after a couple empty trips there.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
We'll see what they can do.
Cavalier 20-yard line.
I see somebody over there. I know. I'm zooming in on him.
Oh, my. Well, Brandon's working hard. 3 wide receivers set to the near side, 1 to the outside, far right. Kobe Mass in the backfield for his first action. Here comes the pass now. Pitney trying to find some open space. He's going to have to heave it. It's going to be a little shy, but throws it out of bounds. Oh, nope.
Pitney's pass.
Baxter's
incomplete.
well out of bounds. And that'll bring up second down, or third down.
That'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 play for the Trojans.
It is kind of nice, though, Ryan, having a seat where you have a backrest. That does make a difference.
I'm not going to complain about that.
I'm not going to complain at all. It's starting to cool down out here. We get some water. We'll be looking. We'll be real set then by then.
3rd and 10.
So same set for the Trojans. Baxter, the far wide out, solo right. Pitney takes the snap. Here comes the pressure. Crossman looking for Amson, overthrows him. That'll bring up 4th down.
Pitney's pass incomplete for number 80, Amson. That'll bring up a 4th down play. 4th and 10 for the Trojans.
Thank you, sir. So that'll bring up 4th down now. Triton needing a score. They bet they're going to go for it. I think we're going to get a timeout by Triton as they're kind of trying to figure out what they want to do here on this 4th down play. So Eunice will take a timeout.
Left in the half.
So like we said, usually every game we talk about all our videos in the Triton Trojan Sports Network. I mean, I guess your YouTube channel is not all just sports. There's a lot of other things on there. Of course, tomorrow we'll have the junior misses tomorrow.
Yeah. That won't be broadcast.
That won't be broadcast, though.
We will film it and eventually put it online. But
I apologize in advance for the camera. So, Gavin, 4th down and 10. You're down 16 points.
I'd try to do a post route to the left side because they're leaving so much space over there. I would put Baxter out there because I think he has the best hands on the team. That's who they've gone to in big plays for that.
4th down play
I think he could get some space between his defender and get the score.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Baxter can really get some separation. He's going to be all alone one-on-one coverage back here. Fisher's going to be the single high safety. But you also keep an eye on old number 2 because he can
speed.
He's got the speed and quickness. And he can make a guy miss 10 yards. He can make 10 yards look like 5. Pitting out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Looking right. I think he tries to go over to McIntyre. 4th down, no good. And the Cavaliers will take back over.
Cavaliers will take over on down.
So Culver will take over from their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Triton's defense needs to make a big stop here. Trying to give themselves a chance here on this very warm Friday night. It's starting to cool off a little bit. The sun's gone away. There's no wind at all.
Yeah.
That flag I don't think has moved since we've been here. I'm pretty sure it hasn't. So Fisher back under center, 1st and 10 from his own 20-yard line. Here's the snap. Goes to King. King will go up the middle. He's got some space. Amson can't get a break on him. But Amson stays with him.
On the carry.
Good job on the second effort there by Quinn Amson to stay with King.
Tackle by.
That's one thing with Q. Watch him here. Watch how he tackles and stays with the player. It's good run by King. He gets out some speed, but watch Quinn Amson stay with him. Because it looks like King was going to break out of it, but
King has great speed on the outside.
Yes, he does. When he gets out and goes, he can really accelerate to the line. And we talked about it. You've seen some of the other plays from the Ghost guys, but you've seen Quentin play basketball for a long time. And you're graduating with him this year, so you know that speed and that's that mental strength that he's got. Shows it off there. Running a fumble on the play, and Dittmeyer picks it up, and he'll fall forward.
Dittmeyer on the recovery. Spot the ball a couple of yards.
Culver looking strong here
at the
in the first half.
37-yard line. 2nd down, 2nd and 8, Cavaliers.
They kind of ran that game a season ago until Triton kind of stayed out in front, and they kind of played with them pretty tight. They're at our field last year for homecoming. Of course, volleyball team was in action this week. I believe 1 on Tuesday night.
Serena to the press box.
Yeah, 1 on Tuesday, but they lost last night to Bethany Christian. Or was that last night?
That was last night.
Yeah.
Yep, I saw that. That was right. I saw it this morning. King runs over, but good tackle. And they're on the tackle right there is Lucas Cabrera.
Tackled by number 9, Cabrera.
But the girls, that, like I was saying, Gavin, you got to show for a volleyball match because I'm really starting to get into this now. Although I would have been there Tuesday, however.
Spot the ball at the Cavalier.
Whatever's going around in Warsaw, I got a hold of it. So I'm good now. I'm not contagious anymore. However, 2 kids at home might be.
3rd and 4.
Because now it's their turn.
I'd be interested in doing one of the volleyball games with you.
All right.
We usually have tennis same nights as volleyball.
Oh, that's true. Very true. Of course, we'll have to ask you some questions about that here in just a minute. Fisher now hands off to Carter Stevens. He'll rumble forward. He's still on his feet, and he'll fall short of a first down. That'll bring a 4th down. So, Coach Peckham, is that right?
Yes.
He followed me today on Twitter. I'm going to have to pay attention to this guy and start having some chats with him about tennis. We'll have to do some interviews with some of you tennis players.
3-yard line.
Now, my wife, we have played tennis. Let's say attempted.
Yeah.
She was a real good tennis player in high school.
Oh.
And when she went to Warsaw, she was a pretty good tennis player. And then now I tried. Let's put it this way: baseball player trying to play tennis. You want to hit it over the fence,
swing for the fences every time.
Well, it doesn't work out well for tennis. It doesn't work well for it doesn't work well for tennis. I'm not very good at ping pong either. Let's just leave it at that. Timeout for Culver.
Cavalier.
But we'll touch on that subject here a little bit. So what do you do to kind of practice, get yourself ready for tennis and kind of the stuff that you guys do for practice, kind of to really train yourself to, like I said, just over the net and certain little angles there?
Al he throws the ball to us. We're lined up on the baseline for it. We take turns hitting over. We do about 25 each. He tries to give us positions he wants to have us hit it too on the court. We do a warm-up program. It's like 20 minutes every day where we pair up with people and hit. We're all on the same courts. You do different situations all around it.
Very good. Well, and watching that and watching you guys, because you have to react pretty quick. I mean, some of those guys, watching, Serena Williams hits it about as hard as you can for the women, but you watch the guys. I mean, Andy Roddick used to just send, I think there was flames come off the tennis ball. How do you guys react so fast to that ball when it's coming across there?
You just have to keep an eye on it. You try to stay behind it, so you're coming into it.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Fisher on 4th down gives it to Dittmeyer. And did Triton make a push? Triton made a push.
Dittmeyer on the carry.
It's going to be close. That was a good defensive stand by Triton. Watch here on the replay. Dittmeyer on the second effort might be just enough. I don't know. They're going to measure for it, but that was a good second effort push by the line, the linebackers to make it close. Looks like they're going to measure it. I'm not sure. They're kind of eyeballing it there. That's what it looks like.
Looked like he got over but was pushed back.
They're going to bring the chain gang out and see what they stretch it out to do.
3 minutes, 44 seconds left in the half.
So this could be huge going into the half. If Triton gets the stop here on 4th down, they get the ball back. And it's no good. Triton holds them on 4th down, shy by just a fuzz. So they stop Culver. That's a big defensive stand for Triton. They're going to have to now answer on offense. They had that drive going, like you talked about, Gavin, with that passing game. That play action works. You got McIntyre starting to get real involved. I mean, if they're opening spots up there in that shallow zone, you need to take advantage of those throws. We know Pitney can throw them. Boy, I'll tell you what, I was telling him in that interview, I wish I'd have got a picture in slow motion my angle when he threw that one that didn't count for a touchdown to Baxter in that just tight window. From last week, I was like, oh my goodness, that looked like something you see on Sunday. Here we go now. Receivers bunched up on the line, kind of drawing the defenders in. Pitney on the shotgun. Here we go. 3:44 remaining in the second quarter. Nice job on the read option by Pitney. He's going to try to take it off, and he's going to get through the defender and get out of bounds.
Tackled by Blake Thompson.
That's right there. I mean, that's.
And Owen Valaquette.
Pitney reads that real well. Watch him break to the outside. Nice run by him.
He has such good movement. He's able to fake out where he's going every time tonight so far.
And it works out because everybody's going to follow McIntyre because he's strong, but you don't see Pitney run a whole lot.
Bring up a second down play.
But he can be mobile. Hey, Peyton Manning was mobile in his early years too. But like I said, Pitney, he discredited himself on the speed. I think he can get out and he can run with the best of them. Pitney's out of the shotgun. Here comes the pressure. On over to Baxter. Baxter has a first down catch, and he'll get brought down after that first down reception.
Tackled by Ziaja.
Baxter gets that one there. You talk about some sure hands. He's got a nice catch by him. Triton moves the chains. Gavin's got that replay down over there now. He's got that figured out. So first down now, 3:25 and counting. Triton trails by 16. Koppus, Schumpert, and Amsden. Nate Amsden on the near side. Baxter outright for Pitney. Hands off to McIntyre, but the defensive line was right for them. But there's a fumble on the play, and I think Culver just took it back over. Picking up was Jake Fisher. Got in there as the fumble, knocked the ball loose. They ripped it out of McIntyre's hands, and they come up with a big turnover. And Culver gets the momentum right back in their hands.
And Jake Fisher on the recovery.
So Fisher on the recovery there. And Culver will take back over with just outside 3 minutes remaining here in the opening half. So now the defense has got to stand tall. They did on the last drive. Need to do it again. Handoff goes to Carter Stevens. Stevens goes across on a big carry on first down. Clock will continue to run.
Carter Stevens on the carry. Officials spot the ball at the 37-yard line. 2nd and 5, Cavaliers.
Of course, we'll have some other games throughout the week next week. Tune in for those. Some of those we'll have, and check our social media post for that. Appreciate some of the help I got during the volleyball game. I had parents helping me out, learn some of the things from last week. Of course,
2 minutes, 30
Orion left me by
left
myself,
in
and I
the
ran
half.
camera and broadcasting, and it worked. It worked. Handoff goes to Dittmeyer, and he'll rumble. He's still on his feet, enough for a big first down.
Mast on the tackle. Official spot the ball at the
So next week we'll be at
Cavalier
Pioneer. That'll be a little ways. But nice run here by
47-yard
Dittmeyer. You
line.
watch him take off and go.
1st and 10, Cavalier.
They do such a great job picking up all the blocks.
And their line, I mean, it's not. It may not. You folks home may not look well. It's not real hard to figure out, but it takes a lot for those linemen to really figure out how to open up those spots and give those guys and
Careful,
those
girls.
running backs, and everybody's got to be real smart about how they block so they don't hold and be ready to make the play. Handoff goes to King. He's going to try to find the outside. Cabrero's trying to get him, but Amson's going to come and make first contact and push him out of bounds.
Jalen King on the carry.
King with another big carry on first down. It'll be another first down there for the Cavaliers. Inside 2 minutes now. Culver's driving what could be the final drive for them of the first half.
Officials will spot the ball in Triton territory at the 40.
Going King's probably one of the best things for their offense because they're going straight down the middle each time with the other two. But he brings it out, takes it up the field so far every time.
Oh, exactly right, because when you keep running up, with the defense, they can catch them napping and fall asleep just enough, and they can go here as they go to Dittmeyer in on the inside carry, and Dittmeyer on his feet. He'll rumble forward. Just might have just be short of a first down. That'll bring up second down.
Number 10, Gavin
Ness on the tackle. It's just like running the ball and running a play action fake. I mean, you start to bring everybody in. Everybody's in a crowd in there and try to crowd the box, and you can just go outside of the speedy King. Fisher up to Dittmeyer again. He'll rumble forward, and he'll get stopped for a short game. Might have enough for a first down, judging where the line judge is, and it'll be a first down.
First down, Cavaliers.
So
Farrell
trying
on the tackle.
So trying the big thing here, we're down on the scoreboard. They just need to keep fighting, make a big stop. They did on the last drive. They got to keep fighting and not quit because they know what they're going to do. The offense has just got to be ready to go and pick it up when they get another opportunity. Stevens now will get tackled by Farrell.
Stevens on the carry.
We're going to get a timeout.
Timeout, Cavaliers.
So Culver will take their second charge timeout. Trying to walk over to their sideline. So, of course, we did some going behind the X's and O's interviews we had Saturday. Worked with some of the volleyball players, and unfortunately, I kind of messed up on I got left alone, and well, let's see.
Well, it wasn't your fault.
I put a card, but
I put a small memory card in a camera that was recording on 4K.
Well, then we had a bad cable, and I'm in the middle of interviewing Emma Hepler, and it just kind of went. Emma goes, "Is that supposed to be off?" No, it's not. So Emma is going to get a third crack at her interview. She's fun. She's pretty cool. We also interviewed Molly McFarland. Alexia Hostrauss did theirs together after the first game. So they are a chatty group. I told them they're going to have to keep up with the guys because the football players are setting the tone for interviews this season. I mean, everybody's going to have to keep up with them. I mean, we're talking about doing all sports all the way across, maybe not the games, but at least to interview the teams and stuff and coaches and players and get to learn about them. Like tennis players. We got one up here broadcasting with us.
Kepler's on for a second down play.
He'll be doing some broadcasting with us. Appreciate having Gavin up here.
I'm glad to be here.
And it'll be King, and he's got some space, and he'll go all the way in, 25 yards for a touchdown. That's his third score of this game. Gavin's got the replay for you there.
That was a great play on him. He saw that there's people to his left, so he just went straight.
And he's got that quick breakaway speed where he's kind of a patient runner, finds his gap, and then he just takes off and goes. He can make a man miss. So Triton will go down now by 22 following this two-point conversion. They stopped him on their last one. It was a QB sneak by Fisher.
Guess I better get the extra point.
And Stevens got it. He'll rumble forward, and I don't think he got there again. So 28-6 is our score, as Triton will get another shot here on offense before the half. So what could be huge here? We have that quick strike offense. We're going to have to really rely on that quick strike offense. Okay, we know we got the speed. We know we got the playmakers. Like you said, this is the time now for one of those big plays. Because if we can get a score, I think we still have one timeout left. If we can get a score before halftime and come out in halftime and score again, it's a ball game again. So Triton has a chance here to go back-to-back drives. They're going to have to score here on this drive to give themselves a chance to cut into this lead going into the second half. That's why I always like getting the ball after halftime. As I am 30 years old and I still play video games. That's what I usually do. I'm mad. I want the ball after halftime. Which my wife's at home laughing because I got the new one the other day. We traded a bunch of stuff, and that's why we got the new one, because we made it cheaper. But she sits there and watches it. I'll tell you what, I learn more from watching those deals, how a play develops. I can sit and watch plays develop there on Madden and learn from like the defenses and how the offense sets up. And I mean, I'm learning what the routes are now. And
that's where I've learned so much about football too.
I mean, that's how I really got started when I first started learning how to broadcast. I mean, we didn't have cable TV. I would let the PlayStation run on computer for basketball, and I do NBA Live. 99 was the one I used to practice with. And, that's how I learned to do it. I'd sit there, and my dad thought I was weird for talking to myself. And then when I got in high school, he kind of figured out, well, maybe this isn't such a bad thing. So Fisher sends away Amson back to receive. He'll make it all the way back. He'll take it off the catch there, and here we go. Quentin Amson now trying to find some space up the middle. He's going to try to go to the outside. Amson now working away up past the 45, almost to the 50. Good return there. Quentin Amson's looking pretty good there. Watch him take up and just kind of hit the speed following his blocks. Quentin's really turned into a really powerful returner here for the Trojans.
He's done a great job breaking through tackles, making people miss.
And that's one thing like basketball. I mean, he's not he's not big. I mean, he's 5'11", but at the same time, he can hit it. He's quick. He can kind of just make himself small and just fit in place where you don't think a human being's going to go in.
Yeah.
And he'll accelerate and can make you look silly. So here we go. They're going to split two wideouts to either side for Pitney. We'll see what they do here on this last 47.1 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And we're going to get a timeout for Culver. That'll be their last charged timeout. There it is. We're going to see what Eunice was going to do here. So the really talented offensive play calling Rodney Eunice is now going to redrop something else.
No, it was reading the clock as 4.1, but evidently just a little shake of the bleachers fixed it. Well, now it's back to 4.1. Well, there's 47.1 seconds left.
Oh, that's close. There's a 4 and there's a 1. There it's back. Oh, it's going down to 40 now. Well, the clock is going to decide it's going to be what it is.
And see who the Cavaliers crown the homecoming queen.
So here we go now. Which that'll be a big payoff for a little bit longer homecoming. That'll pay off for the guys.
Behind door number 23.
They're tempting with more pork chops. Just saying, those pork chops are good. I liked them.
Check that.
I felt like I was at the 4-H fair at the pork producer's booth.
Sandwiches.
Boy, those were good. You talk about, man, mercy sakes, we might have pork chops this weekend. Snap now for Pitney. Here comes the rush. Tries to go on over and just can't quite get it in.
Incomplete for number 24.
Not high enough for Koppas to bring it down. Pitney had Trevor Thomas bearing down on him from the outside. Had to throw it over top of him. I think if I'd have played football, I would have wanted to play at least a middle linebacker or a safety spot.
Yeah.
I think I would have enjoyed hitting people a little too much. Maybe that's why my parents didn't sign up for the waiver for me to do it. Pitney now, the shotgun. High snap. Here comes the pressure. He's going to have to step up. He's going to try to shoot one over top to jumper, and it's intercepted by Sullivan. Sullivan reaches out and grabs it. He's on his feet. He's going again. Sullivan trying to find some space. Gets away from Amson, and he'll bring him down. Big interception by the Cavaliers.
That's a great read.
Oh, I mean, that was a great – watch him catch it here. He only had to stretch out and get a hold of that. Shumpert had Shumpert underneath of it. Shumpert might have just overran it, just a fuzz. Yeah. But good play by Sullivan to track down the ball.
32-yard line with 29.4 seconds left in the half.
So 3 big turnovers for the Trojans. I'll send them into halftime. With about 29.4 remaining. Here comes the homecoming court. I always ask my parents why they wouldn't sign off the waiver form. Dad said it had something to do about breaking a leg when I was 9, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I think farm work is a lot more dangerous than playing football. But handoff's going to go on over here, and a big tackle by Triton. Kreff gets in the backfield, brings down Blake Thompson.
Second down play, second and
So that might
13.
be the final play of the half, as we'll end there. 28-6 is our score. Culver's out in front of their homecoming. And once they break there, we're going to take a break on the Triton Trojan Sports Network. We'll be back after halftime. We'll see what Triton has in store for us then. I'm Andy O'Hara, Gavin Greer alongside Orion Lemler. We'll be back on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
Have a seat while Cavalier Field.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, okay. I told you I not live.
Good evening and welcome. On behalf of the Student Council, we would like to take this opportunity to welcome the Culver students, alumni, faculty, staff, administration, parents, spectators, and the Triton visitors to the 2019 Culver High School Homecoming. We hope that you enjoy your evening. Assembled on the sidelines are the members of the 2019 Homecoming Court. Representing the freshman class is Kaylee Hamilton. Kaylee is the daughter of Jennifer and Joe Hamilton. Kaylee is involved in soccer, volleyball, and softball. Kaylee is being escorted by Ethan Keller. Ethan is the son of Nikki Keller and Brian Dittmeyer. Also representing the freshman class is Marissa Milam. Marissa is the daughter of Lisa and William Milam. Marissa is involved in volleyball, basketball, and softball. Marissa is escorted by Emiliano Ortiz. Emiliano is the son of Michael Wilhart. Representing the sophomore class is Shanna Daughtery. Shanna is the daughter of Lisa and Drew Phillips. Shanna is involved in volleyball, softball, and drama club. Shanna is escorted by Adrian Schouten. Adrian is the son of Emily and Andrew Schouten. Also representing the sophomore class is Natalie Stevens. Natalie is the daughter of Ryan and Chris Stevens. Natalie is involved in volleyball, softball, and Cavs Club. Natalie is escorted by Alex Zahner. Alex is the son of Kristen and Scott Zahner. Representing the junior class is Olivia Gilly. Olivia is the daughter of Jesse and Aaron Gilly. Olivia is involved in Cavs Club, Book Club, CYCO, and junior class president. Olivia is escorted by Josh Havron. Josh is the son of Christy and Jeff Havron. Also representing the junior class is Madison Shedrow. Madison is the daughter of Tammy and Wade Shedrow. Madison is involved in volleyball, basketball, and track. Madison is escorted by Tyler Rogers. Tyler is the son of Mark Rogers. Representing the senior class for the 2019 Homecoming Queen candidates. The first representative of the senior class is Kinsey Binkley. Kinsey is the daughter of Cassie Seifel and Brad Binkley. Kinsey is involved in soccer, basketball, and track. Kinsey is escorted by John Sieber. John is the son of Denise and Ryan Sieber. Also representing the senior class is Brooklyn Sellers. Brooklyn is the daughter of Misty Sellers and Tony Sellers. Brooklyn is involved in volleyball, NHS, and Spanish club. Brooklyn is escorted by Richard Del Silva. Richard is the son of Tana Harfer and Carlos Roberto Barnios de Silva. The third senior class representative is Sarah Walters. Sarah is the daughter of Teresa Hissong and Ron Walters. Sarah is involved in track, basketball, and Cavs Club. Sarah is escorted by Hunter Mans. Hunter is the son of Karen Warren and Mark Mans. Before we crown the 2019 Homecoming Queen, we would like to announce the winner for the class banner competition. The results for the Homecoming class banner competition are as follows. Third place, the sophomores. Second place, the juniors. And first place, the seniors. The 2018 Homecoming Queen, Sarah Morrison, is unable to attend because she is playing volleyball for Goshen College. Sarah is the daughter of Kim and Jamie Morrison. Sarah is studying nursing with a minor in ASL interpreting. Zach and Zoe Zahner are carrying the flowers and will be crowning this year's 2019 Homecoming Queen. Zach and Zoe are the children of Brandy and Mike Zahner. The Grand Marshal for the parade is Mr. John Browder and Mrs. Vicki Benner. Thank you for all your service and dedication to Culver throughout the years. The Student Council wishes to thank everyone involved in the 2019 Homecoming Week festivities. After the game, there will be a middle high school dance until 10:30 p.m. for Culver middle and high school students. The cost will be $2. Now, the time that we have all been waiting for. By vote of the high school seniors, the 2019 Homecoming Queen is Kinsey Binkley. Congratulations.
Let's hear it again for everyone on our tonight's court. And for our homecoming queen, Kinsey Binkley.
That's my favorite basketball player. I really like her.
Let's hear it again for homecoming queen 2019, Kinsey Binkley. Fans, you have 9 minutes, 14 seconds to visit our award-winning concession stand before the second half starts. Also, we'd like to give a shout out to the sophomore class who won the Fall Bonanza this afternoon on Cavalier Field. Give it up for the sophomores. Here are the Cavalier cheerleaders for a halftime performance.
One.
All right, welcome back, Triton Trojans fans. I'm Andy O'Hara alongside the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler, and we got Gavin Greer up here with us tonight for the broadcast. Gavin's going to start doing some broadcasts with us. Enjoy having him and excited to have him up here with us. So as I usually do, I always give Danny a shout out at halftime, my future broadcaster. She says she wants to be a broadcaster and teacher. I said, why don't you just teach radio and TV and be done with it? But 5 years old, still wants to broadcast. I think that's still pretty awesome. Although she probably learns a lot from Dad when she watches football on Sundays. Jackson thinks it's hilarious when I start. We got a 6-month-old. He doesn't sit there and smile and laugh, and I start yelling at the TV. Well, what are we doing?
To the press box, please.
So, but appreciate them watching, and then Michelle's at home watching. Caden, I don't think he's watching. I think he's watching movies with Grandpa tonight. So he's all hanging out. But here we go. Fisher's going to send it away, and it's going to be a low squib kick. They're going to try what a New Orleans Saints play from the Super Bowl, and they'll pick the ball up, come out, kick it, and Triton will bring the defense out. That was shades of what happened during the Indianapolis Colts New Orleans Saints Super Bowl, where the Saints came out, they had the lead, but then they came out and they just a little onside kick got them. So Triton will start out on defense rather than offense. So that's kind of a major blow to them coming out of halftime. Culver definitely wants this one, and they're showing that they want to go to that opening kick there.
Looked like a Culver guy touched it before any Triton person did.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was right there. Triton just caught him off guard, caught him sleeping. They were ready to receive it back there, but that opening line just caught him napping. So defensive line now is going to have to read that run a little better, but it's going to go through, and Dittmeyer's got it, and he'll run through for a decent gain. So Triton trailing here 28-6.
Dittmeyer on the
As we get this third quarter underway, they should have had the ball after the kick, but unfortunately the onside kick changed those things. Triton has forced a turnover tonight. Is they forced one turnover on downs, and they've also forced a fumble earlier in the game. Unfortunately, we've turned over the ball 3 times here tonight. A couple of turnover on downs, trying to move the ball down the field. So Triton here needs a big stand on offense. I know that little play there just kind of took the confidence, a little bit of confidence coming out of halftime, what you wanted. But they're going to have to come right now, stand up, and really take that offense and hit them in the teeth. Carter Stevens now with the rumble forward. And he'll go for a pretty good run on the play. Now to bring up third down and short.
Spot the ball at the Trojan 35-yard line. Westopher on the tackle.
So we were talking here what Triton can do. I mean, that opening drive would have been huge if they could have got ahead on offense, get themselves kind of get that confidence. But Culver's going to do everything they can to bring a homecoming win here. I mean, just they come out in a hurry, and with that little onside kick, kind of caught them off guard, and 2 big runs on first and second down, and threatening to move the chains here on third down. They've done a real good job moving the chains here tonight. Here we go, third down and short, hands off to King, and King finds enough. I think he'll have enough for a first down. Brought down there.
Jalen King on the carry. Tackled by Duke.
By from Gabriel Duke. He got in there for the big tackle.
The ball at the 30.
Haven't seen Duke play much, but he's a pretty strong guy, so they're trying to put a lot of size down there on the line to eat up stuff to give those linebackers a chance to get in there and get some penetration on the ball.
On the 30-yard line.
Kobe Mass receiving instruction from the sideline.
Cavaliers.
Relays it to the defensive team. Here we go, they break huddle. And here come the Cavaliers under center. Austin Zinner to snap the ball to Fisher. Here's the snap, hands off to Dittmeyer, and he'll go up the middle for a big gain. He'll rumble forward. That'll be close, or yep, that'll be a first down. Culver moves the chains there. At least he said he has 2 marked down. Oh, that first down. So there we go.
Down, Cavaliers.
So Cavaliers moving the ball pretty well. Orion's still awake down there, so the camera's still moving.
I don't know for how much longer, though.
I don't know. That heat does make things a little harder for us to stay away. It's nicer out here than it is in the press box.
Carter Stevens
short
on the
run
carry.
by Carter Stevens. So, Gavin, do you guys have a contest or a match tomorrow, or do you guys have anything, or you have to until next week?
We have our big Portage tournament tomorrow.
Okay, well, good luck with that. Now, do you guys have to go down to
Duke
Portage?
On the tackle.
Yeah, we go to Portage.
Okay. How early in the morning do you got to get up for that?
Say that again.
How early in the morning you got to get up for that?
We leave 7:40, so I have to get up before that, probably 6.
Well, I'll be thinking about you when I hopefully roll out of bed at about 9 o'clock. I'm sure Jackson will say otherwise because Michelle gets to work in the morning. Of course, cross country takes off for a big meet tomorrow. Real big meet. New Prairie, right? Up at New Prairie. So good luck to them.
Dittmeyer on the carry.
Dittmeyer on another carry there.
Spot the ball at the Trojan 14-yard line.
Golf
Snyder on
has
the tackle.
sectionals tomorrow.
That's right. Golf is sectionals tomorrow. So they get that underway. That's
Third
another
and
sport
four
that I
for
don't
the
think
Cavaliers.
I can drive the ball. Everything else after that, you might as well forget it. If that was the only thing you had to do, I can do that. Everything else is like, nope, I'm worthless. I'm worthless. One of these, I should ask Bill Hepler to show me how to do it the right way.
He was real good at golf.
Should have had him show me how to do it. Hard count by Fisher not working, Triton staying put. Hand off now to Dittmeyer. He'll bull his way up the middle, and the big run, the fullback will rumble forward and push the pile, and he'll get enough.
Dittmeyer
Looks
on
like
the
for
carry.
a first down, and Culver moves the chains again. Inching their way towards
Close to a
Paydirt.
first down. Ball spotted at the 10-yard line.
And tomorrow, of course, junior miss. Well, good luck to the contestants.
Yet again, I forgot to print you something off to read.
It's okay. I still mentioned it.
They're calling that a Cavalier first down.
Like I said, please do not judge the camera work. I'm not as good as
It'll be
Orion and
First
Gavin
and goal
or Margo.
for the Cavaliers.
Well, there's not too much moving around on stage, but I just need you to adjust the color.
Makes a difference. So here we go. Stevens with the carry, and he'll get brought down for a short gain.
Stevens on the carry.
Bring up second and goal now. I got a couple yards on the carry.
Officials spot the ball at the 8-yard line.
So 8
Second
yards to go
and
for them, leading 22
8
points here.
To the end
Coming
zone.
in the game
Snyder on
now
tackle.
is Blake Thompson. Sophomore running back Sullivan's coming out. Sullivan's made some pretty big plays here tonight. So here we go now. Second down and goal from the Triton 8-yard line. Fisher under center. Goes up to Dittmeyer. Dittmeyer's going to rumble forward maybe for a couple yards on the carry. Third
Dittmeyer on
down
the
now
carry.
coming up.
Close to the 5-yard line.
Looks like King's getting some
Nate Amsden
attention
on
here
the
on the near
tackle.
sideline.
Bring up a third down play. Third
Sullivan and Thompson will
and 6
change places.
yards to the goal line.
Don't know what Jackson and I are going to do tomorrow. Why? Michelle's at work. I don't know. Oh, the first passing attempt by the Cavaliers goes
Fisher's
for
pass,
no gain. Incomplete on the play. Don't see it a lot. There it is. Hey, you don't need to throw the ball if the running game's that good. It looks like we got a look at that. That's right there is good sportsmanship. Look at Quentin Amsden and Keegan Westaver helping out the Culver player that has a cramp. That was a good job by those guys. I mean, they're right there. That's sportsmanship. And, you know, even when the guys are down, they still have a positive attitude and going out there and to help out the deal. I mean, even in opposing fans, that right there, and I heard somebody was talking about that, and it's something that not even related to high school football. Talking about, well, you can't be doing that. You got to be hard-nosed and can't help. No. Well, with those right there, that's exactly everybody. That's exactly what you need to see your little kids want to play football and want to be student athletes. That's the stuff you want to see right there is great sportsmanship like that.
Well, speaking of junior miss, a former contestant, Stephanie Stichter, she's actually the trainer down there working
Well, that's
right
correct.
now.
That's correct. I talked to her dad today. I talk to her dad every day. Unfortunately, her dad and I's talks seem to last for a while around the water cooler. But Stephanie's out there getting the Culver players stretched out. That can definitely make things hard when it's humid like this and it's kind of hot, kind of cold, and I'm sure those pads don't make it any cooler. It's really easy to get leg cramps. Trust me, as one person who gets them quite frequently. They are not fun. They are not fun at all. But like I said, we'll get him stretched out, get things kind of worked out. Triton getting a breather over there. Coach Whitaker looking at his players, kind of talking to them over there. Well, like I said, I was real proud to see what Quentin Amsden and Keegan Westaver did there as Jake Fisher comes off the field.
And then back down on the ground.
Hey, man, those cramps.
Oh, I get them at least weekly.
Remember, when we used to shear for at State Fair, you're standing on concrete, and I mean, of course, we're not doing 1 or 2. We're doing like 5 to 10 to 12 a day.
For the Cavaliers.
Getting them ready to shear them, and you're standing on that, and you're standing with your legs all stretched out and everything. And then I remember one night going to dinner, both legs cramped up at the same time.
Oh.
And I got the one to relax so I could kind of trying to stretch the other one out. Then I went in the parking lot, the other one went, and I went face first into the pavement. It hurts now. I mean, I'm telling you what, it doesn't tickle. So here we go now. 4th and goal now from the Triton 6-yard line. Handoff's going to go up the middle, and I believe it's not going to be
King on the carry.
Jalen King gets through. But I don't know if he got in. They're trying to. There's a touchdown. So now they're called a touchdown. King scores from 6 yards out. Jalen King 4 times rather, finding the end zone here tonight. He's made a home in that end zone. He shows it off again there.
Cavaliers on for the extra point.
So extra point attempt here now for the Cavaliers. They'll bring their set out. Carter Stevens will take a break. Sullivan's back there with Dittmeyer and King, the running backs. Fisher under center. Here's the snap. He's going to try to drop it over the middle and fakes it across. And caught a ball. He will be caught by Marquez Anderson. 2-point conversion's good. And that'll bring our score to 36-6. Culver out in front. So trying here, you know, you're down on the scoreboard. You know, it kind of bums you out. I mean, we got a tough schedule ahead of us. I mean, we got to be at Pioneer next week. We host a pretty tough team in Judson. Then we got to finish off against a talented team in Knox, who's up top in the conference standings. And then you turn around and then you see you got to go down to Winnemac, which is not an easy place to play. They got a really good quarterback. They're a better team than their record shows, but you know they have a tough schedule. I mean, sometimes to beat when you're the best and you're a sectional champion, that next year it's hard to repeat that. I mean, it's tough for these guys, especially the inexperience on the field. But these guys have grown so much. I mean, they need to realize how much they've grown as far as. Offensively, we got guys playing line that shouldn't be playing line. That aren't used to playing line. They're stepping up. We got freshmen playing on the line with Shue and Cam Shively. We got other guys playing. Like Quinn Amson, who hasn't played football in a while. He's been a playmaker. I mean, Chance Baxter, a guy who these guys didn't see playing time a whole lot last season. They saw minimal playing time, but yet they've stepped up in moments and played strong. These guys, for them, they need to keep their game ahead in the game. Keep working hard. Don't focus on those negatives. Focus on those positives and build off those things and really work hard going forward. This team still has a lot of talent. They're going to face some tough teams, but to be the best, you got to beat the best. And Triton's going to have to step up and start playing tough football, and they have been. They may not show on the scoreboard, but these young men are looking ready to go. Oh, Quentin Amson breaks away from the tackle. Nice job by him. And he gets drove in the ground. Oh, no. On the ground now is Trevor Thomas. Went to bring Amson down and hurt his leg. But I'll tell you what, Quentin Amson's, oh my, I thought he was wrapped up by the shoulder pads, and then he turns around and he just, wow. That was impressive. That was shades of Michael Vick in Atlanta almost. Thought he had him wrapped up, and he gets away. I need to come up with some new references. I got to come up with some new references.
I think that's a good one.
Carson Wentz, did he do that? I can't remember. Nobody does that on Denver. Well, Emmanuel Sanders does. That's about it. So it looks like they're trying to stretch something out. Looks like might be another cramp issue possibly. Of course, yeah, training staff taking a look at that. But Gavin, so getting back to tennis. Now, I'm sure it's like baseball. Once you kind of learn your angles when you swing the racket, it is where you really kind of start to kind of figure things out, or your accuracy. How do you teach yourself to like swing at certain moments and like to be delayed to kind of push it, or swing early to pull it, or how do you teach yourself that kind of stuff?
I just see where it goes and try to do it
again.
good the first time, try to do it again.
Yes, that works. I used to be a switch hitter, so it was tough to. I learned how to push the ball left-handed, which that's fun, especially when everybody would shift over to right field and I would push it to left field, and I'd be standing on third base, the big smile on my face. But no, but like I said, that tennis thing, Michelle's really good at doing that, and that irritated me because when I go down, I hit it, and of course it would sail across over top of the outside of the net, and we haven't played since. I think the last time we played was the night we got engaged, and that's been a while. Shumper gets tripped up there. Nice get behind the line tackle. Looks like that was by Fisher.
Jake Fisher.
He gets across there and a little bit hobbled up after that cramp that he had earlier.
2 yards
That'll
loss
bring
up second down.
Second down and 12 now. From their own 36-yard line.
3-yard line.
33-yard line, sorry. I looked at the scoreboard. They didn't hit. Well, that's 34. Take your pick. Pitney now drops back at the shotgun, looking across the middle, running through his progressions, nothing there. Here comes the pressure. Rolling to his right, tries to go up over top, finds Baxter, and Baxter's still on his feet. He'll run across there. Good job there.
Tackled by Donovan Ziaja.
Nice job there by Chance Baxter to bring that one down. I'll tell you what, Chance is a pretty good wideout. I mean, you see it right there. I mean, you talk about that play. You got to watch it on replay.
He's able to break through. He sees what's coming. He has such good hands to catch all that he's caught this year.
And the one major thing there that he did was he came back to the passer, realized that Pitney was in trouble, had to come back to the quarterback. That's great awareness. Quick hitter over to Nate Amson. The big tight end's got some space to rumble, and he'll go for a first down.
Complete to number 80.
But that's a big thing. I mean, you watch these guys I'm not a huge Packers fan. I'm not this week, obviously. But when Aaron Rodgers travels outside the pocket for the Packers, I mean, the receivers come back to him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and Tom Brady does the same thing with his receivers. They come back to him, and I mean, you build that rapport with your receivers. They start to. I mean, it becomes second nature for them.
35-yard line.
Quentin Amson in now, and the slot receiver on the right side. Shumpert and Compass near side. Here's the snap for Pitney, rolling right, quick hitter, tries to go over to Baxter and does for the short gain.
Pass to Baxter, complete.
So Chance Baxter getting some
Forced
targets here
by Blake Thompson and Owen Valaquette. Bring up a second down play.
Well, so you say Valaquette. So now I know for basketball season, I always say Valaquette.
A long
so
four
it's
for the
Valaquette.
Trojans.
I need to make sure I remember that for basketball season.
Uh-huh.
So
I would Triton right now. I'd try to go to the left side more. Most of their passes have been focused on the right.
Oh, defense might have jumped, but they might say it's
Flag on
on the offense.
We'll go on the Trojans.
So Triton will get caught for the illegal procedure. Moving along the line and moving back. So mark off that last play by Baxter. Second down and 9 now. 5:07 remaining here in the third quarter. Culver's out in front. Two wide receivers split to either side. Hunter McIntyre on the left hip of Connor Pitney. Pitney rolls right, tries to drop it across the middle. Might have been too low of a pass. Will be incomplete.
Bring up a third down play, 3rd and 9.
About 5 points away now from the running clock in the second half. I mean, like I said, for Triton, I mean, it's tough. I mean, losing's not the most fun thing in the world, but there's a lot to learn in those moments. And for boys to become that's what separates the men from the boys, is how you recuperate from a loss and build from that to improve. Here comes the blitz. Pitney's got to go outside again. Throws a dart and intercepted.
Pitney's pass.
I believe that was Valaquette.
Number 24, Damian Sullivan. Nope.
Well, Valaquette comes away.
Valaquette on the interception.
So Pitney now with 3 interceptions on the night. I mean, he's just trying to make something happen. I mean, that's what happened in that deal there. I mean, he's trying to throw guys open, and I mean, Culver's defense is a standing point. I mean, when that pressure comes through, you got to get rid of the ball. And Pitney is doing the right thing, just trying to make a play for his receiver to go get for Baxter to get a chance at it. They had him pretty well covered, and he threw a 50-50 ball, and unfortunately, it went Culver's way. So now Culver gets their second possession of the second half. Hands off. King's got it. King's got some space. King's got the edge. Amson's trying to stay with him, and Quentin Amson's going to bring him down.
Jalen King on the carry.
He goes from his own 27 all the way over, looks like to the 33-yard line. Don't ask me to do the math on that one.
Spot the ball at the 30.
So, Gavin, what happened on that play?
Drake Gross was giving him a great lead block all the way down. They broke away to the left and got good yards.
And King, it looks like he's kind of hobbled up here as he'll be coming out. Might just need stretched out. He's been getting some attention on some off plays. So here we go. Handoff goes to Dittmeyer, and he gets in there, but Triton's trying to rip the ball free. Farrell can't quite get in there and rip it away. So short gain there, good defensive stand by Triton. Fisher's going to come here to the near side, get the call. Now we're going to have a Trojan player down.
Officials timeout, injury timeout.
Another cramp on the first time for a Triton player. As Kreff gets stretched out.
Going to need some high-quality H2O here at Cavalier Field to finish this game.
And it's a muggy night, I'll tell you what, for a late September game. It's muggy. Usually we're starting to break out the long sleeves by now, but it's it's starting to. It's still warm. Some people would be happy about that. However, I like when it gets cold, but that's just me. My wife thinks I'm nuts. I tell her we're going to retire one day. It's going to be Colorado, someplace where there's snow most of the time. But she tells me no. I said, but that way we can be Broncos season tickets fans and just make it all work. Still disagrees with me. I said, well, if Jackson ends up there, of course I'm setting the bar high for Junior there, but he's excited. He knows what a high five is this week, so.
Second and 9
for the Cavaliers. Of course, when Dad's left alone and does bath time, somehow Jackson always ends up with a mohawk when we're done. Carter Stevens now will go up the left side, and he will rumble forward. Decent gain there on second down.
Carter Stevens on the carry.
So Kreff feeling better. He'll come in. Cabrera will go out. Trent Kreff changing from 22 to 57. King comes in. That'll bring Thompson out.
Inside the 30-yard line at the
3.5 counting here left in the third quarter.
Bring up a 3rd down and 7 play for the Cavaliers.
Of course, we got a long haul next week.
Yeah.
Royal Center's a little bit of a drive. It's okay. We can take the man van again. It works. So some think we need to get a decal on the side of it. I'm okay with that. Or a magnet. King now breaking through. That was a nice job of him to kind of go airborne there to get away from the tackler.
Picks up the Cavalier first down.
So Gavin, break down that play for us.
He just breaks through everything. They have gaps every time they run it. That's a great jump by him to get over the defender.
And that takes a lot of experience and everything to kind of know, be patient running, because you just can't take off and run and assume that gap's going to be there. I mean, he's patient. He waits for the hole to open up, and he just accelerates right through it. And then he's pretty good at making the guy miss. Real speedy back. 4 touchdowns on the night for him.
It's not often you see those jumps. Not many people do it anymore.
Not very often. Carter Stevens gets it, and he'll rumble forward. I think they kind of shut that down in high school. They don't want you jumping over people in high school. College, you still see it a little bit. Pros,
inside the 15-yard line.
When you go airborne like that, and you got guys as the size of deep freezers out there running and hitting you, I'm not sure I'd want to go airborne.
Sends you flying if they hit you just right.
Farrell on the tackle for the Trojans.
Big boys. Thompson and King switch places.
Only person I can remember that would vertical people was LeGarrette Blount back when he was with the Buccaneers.
That was when he was about 100 pounds lighter before he got to the Patriots.
He'd still do it with them, though, too.
Oh, he'd still try. He was a very athletic guy, let me tell you. So here we go now. Fisher under center. Hands off. He's going to go to Thompson. He's got a hole. Thompson's working his way up, and he'll rumble forward. And that'll be about a yard shy of a touchdown.
Blake Thompson on the carry.
So Thompson on his first carry of the night makes the most of it.
Shively on the tackle.
He'll swap out. King will come in. Culver's
We have
threatening
a
to score
Cavalier
here.
First down, first and
One
goal.
score away from the 35-point
Cavaliers from the 2-yard line.
rule. But for Triton, I mean, you can't let this get you down. I mean, Culver is a very good team. I mean, they're going to run the ball. It's just, you know, that line's just trying to get it figured out. We're missing a lot. I mean, with no Lemler on the line and then Jacob Wilson, unfortunately, being hurt. I mean, we're missing some key guys along that line, some other key guys, you know. In the senior class, I mean, they played so much. As Dittmeyer's going to punch it in from 2 yards out. He'll score there. But missing those kind of guys, that kind of stuff.
Dittmeyer in for the Cavalier touchdown.
That kind of stuff kind of hurts you after a while. I mean, it's not that these guys, by no means the Triton fans or anybody at home think that we're a bad football team, because we're not a bad football team. You know, we placed there's some tough competition in our conference. I mean, LaVille is a very talented team. Bremen's a pretty good team. I mean, Bremen, we played with them in the second half.
We did.
That's the thing to be real positive about. And Culver here, I mean, the running game, I mean, they're good at it. This is their bread and butter, and they're really showing that off, and they can go on the run. I mean, they played South Central team we played, and when they played South Central, they beat them by 30 points. We beat South Central by 2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, don't let it fool you. They are a good football team, so we're facing some tough competition on our way out. But like I said, these guys are getting things figured out. There's nothing wrong with our football team. I mean, they got to learn. As now 44-6 is our score. It'll be a running clock here the rest of the way out. The only time it'll stop is for injuries, and I believe a timeout, and that's it. But like I said, I mean, there's been bright moments tonight. Quentin Amson, special teams. Chance Baxter's looked good. Pitney's been doing everything he can to make plays open up. They're getting it. Jeremiah Farrell jumped in there and, I mean, had a couple big tackles for a loss. We've seen Gabriel Duke get in there and do it as well. Then, of course, on the opening kickoff, Triton forced a fumble. Unfortunately, a Culver player fell on it. We forced another fumble on one of their drives. You know, yeah, we've had our chance of turnovers, but tonight, you know, it's tough to play in the heat. But Triton has stood tall. They just need to keep their heads up, because these guys here, you know what, that record can come in, and you could face a team in sectionals and just come out and shock them. I mean, it's happened before. Triton can certainly do it. LaVille was a heavy favorite last year in our section.
They were.
And North Judson came out. Of course, they were there in the end. Judson was a very talented team. But LaVille was heavily favored. Judson came in, shut them down, and then look where they ended up. Triton's still a good football team. Don't let that record fool you. I mean, these guys here, they're learning, and they're getting there. Like I said, don't sleep on this team. They're going to get better.
Oh, I got to mess with the scoreboard.
Uh-oh, scoreboard just went down.
Oh, now it said we had 61 points.
Well, we'll take it. Ball's up. Amson's got it inside his 25-yard line. Here he goes, trying to show that speed off. Amson runs into his blocker and knocks him over. He was trying to find space.
Amson on the
he hits Chance Baxter. Baxter didn't see him coming. I think they kind of went one way or the other, and he just Quentin just hit him hard. Watch the replay here. Quentin Amson, I mean, you talk about a talented returner, right? Young man's got some talent. He comes up here trying to find space, and he just hits Baxter. Woo! That was a pop. I'm sure Chance will feel that one tomorrow. But, hey, the special teams displayed well tonight. I mean, minus the onside kick that kind of shocked us. I mean, hey, it shocked the Colts in the Super Bowl, and the Saints did to them. So, I mean, that's what it's there for, and that's what's going to happen with it. So, here we go now. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. As the third quarter, let's see if Pitney might try to get a play off before the end of the quarter. Here's the snap. He's going to run the option play. Gives it on over to McIntyre. McIntyre cuts back inside. He's got enough. He might have enough, just shy of a first down.
Whoa.
Easy. Easy. That'll be the end of the third quarter. 44-6 is our score. Culver's out in front. Looking well here on homecoming with all that momentum. Well, like I said, don't let Triton fool you. I mean, Gavin, you know as well as I do. You watch teams. I mean, let's remember a Giants team that shouldn't have been in the playoffs one year, and they went all the way to the Super Bowl and defeated your Patriots.
Yeah.
An undefeated Patriots by no means. I mean, there's things that can happen, but Triton, the IQ is there. The hard work ethic, the character is there. These guys have that, and they just can't give up on themselves. You know, you got short-term memory. Learn what you need to learn, move on, and keep fighting. And for us as a community and the school, the students at home listening, anybody else, just keep supporting these guys because they are a hard-working bunch. And then these guys, they really stand tall in moments where, it's tough for teams to stand tall. I mean, against LaVille, that was a tough situation. These guys stood tall with a good attitude, coaching staff and players alike. This is a great coaching staff. I mean, by no means is this team a bad football team. It's just it's tough going. They'll get it figured out, and those keep working and get things worked through. You got to work the kinks out, and it's tough. I mean, I'll say, when Denver came out of a Super Bowl, they didn't make the playoffs the next year, and then they haven't made it since. So it's tough when you lose some of your players and have some turnover on nowadays with people graduating. It happens, and it's tougher in high school football than it is in the pros in college. I mean, college, you got recruits coming in each year. You get to pick your players.
Yeah.
Where high school, we got kids, and these guys are coming out in the heat and doing all this work every day of the week, and they're giving their best shot out there. They still deserve a lot of props. I mean, they're better than their record shows. Pitney firing across, just too strong for Coppice on the far side.
To number 24, Bryce Copps.
So Coppice.
Bring up a third down play, 3rd and 4.
And see the lights. So here we go. That'll bring up 3rd down and 3. Clock will be a running clock from here on out. Pitney works out of the shotgun. Baxter aims in near side. Coppice and Shumpert out to the left. See if the line can slow him down here. McCoy pointing out the defense. Here comes a free rusher, drops on over to Baxter. Baxter has enough for a first down. He's still on his feet. Baxter finds his way, hangs on to the football there, gets it out and about, and he'll get inside or up to the 25-yard line. Nice play there by Chance Baxter to run and go there. So first down there for Triton. Nice passing play by Pitney.
He's able to find him wide open right there. He's able to go through the gaps and then break through the contact by 30. And almost broke through there too, but was able to be stopped by the two of them.
I mean, and the one thing there that we didn't see really at the very beginning of the play, Hunter McIntyre picked up a free blitzer off the end. Trevor Thomas picked up the blitz really well to give that extra split second that Pitney needed to throw a nice, accurate pass. I mean, like I said, the pass protection, they're doing a good job letting Pitney get throws off. Here we go. Here's the snap. McIntyre. He's going to go left. Man with the motor don't quit. He's rumbling forward, and he'll get his way up past there for another first down.
On the carry.
Hunter McIntyre has looked really good in late moments of the games.
It was a real good run. They're more focused on Connor, think it was going to be a pass, and he was able to take it up, break through, get good yards with it.
And that left side of the line of Shively and Shue and Farrell really did a good job there from the center part of the line to left. And good job by patient running by McIntyre to find that hole and accelerate through it. Amson and Coppice out left. Baxter and Shumpert near side. Pitney in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Option play, read option. The defense read that one perfectly, and they'll bring him down for a loss on the play.
Carry, tackled by Hunter Lout and Blake Thompson.
So second down and goal now.
That'll back them up. It'll be second and goal from the 11-yard line.
So 1 yard loss on the play. So Pitney now drawing up another play. They're going to bring everybody in, kind of crowd that line a little bit. And now snapping the ball is Luke Snyder. I thought Farrell was still in. Snap now. Pitney's rolling back. Goes across the middle and has a nice touchdown pass to Coppice. He'll be 11 yards out. Pitney to Coppice for that one.
On the touchdown.
That's great movement to go across the center. The defenders sag off a little bit, think that the other side will pick him up, and he gets it right where it's open.
Are on for the extra point.
I mean, and like I said, right there, that shows the testament of these guys not quitting. They're still fighting. They're still working hard towards it. They're doing a good job. That's what I love about these guys. They have a good attitude, and they're still fighting. I mean, they're not quitting. There's no sign of quitting them at all. It's just tonight Culver is just – I mean, the running game was there. They were ready to roll. And McIntyre will rumble forward there for the two-point conversion. So that'll put Triton 44-14 as our score.
8 minute, 41 second.
That was a good spin there to get through.
Cavaliers 44, Triton 14.
I think the locust hatched.
I think they did. I think they did. That or the mosquito. I don't know.
No, they look like miniature grasshopper kind of things.
That's kind of what I thought too. They're starting to get annoying. I know that.
Well, you look up there by the lights. Look at it all.
Ah, makes sense. Jeez.
Probably has something to do being this close to the lake.
I would imagine that has something to do with it. Cabrera's going to send it away, and he'll go with a little squib quick, try something on their own, but we're going to get a flag. We're going to have a guy cross the line ahead of time, so offsides on Triton. They'll get ready to send things away.
Gavin, replay that. He slid under that dude. Watch him get the ball.
Oh, he did. Good catch there, Trey. Good catch. I can't tell. Was that Quentin? That looked like Q. Q went in there and slid underneath the defender. I didn't catch that. I just saw the flag. Good catch. Good catch.
Cabrera still on to kick, and Valaquette still deep. 9-9 here.
So Culver on homecoming, up 30 points here.
I'd kick it full this time. I wouldn't try to squib it.
Yeah, let him come right up. Drop it right over that second line and let your speedy guys get down across it. He'll try a little bit kicker, and we'll get another flag. Well, I don't know what's going to happen.
Flag on the play.
I don't even see where the flag's even at. So offsides again.
Check that. No flag.
No flag.
Yes, flag. That's the T. No flag.
Well, at least the announcer was confused like I was. Works for me. So they're trying to change up here what they're going to do. Not sure what happened there. See, that's where we're spoiled on Saturdays and Sundays, where we have the official letting us know what happened.
Chain gang is still on call over there.
They're still awake. They're waving. They're doing good over there. All right, Cabrera now is going to send it away back deep. It's Valaquette. So right now, we'll see if they're going to try the little squib kick again. There it comes again. And he'll try to chip shot it right over top as Sullivan will call for the fair catch.
Fair catch.
And that'll be them. They'll be outside their 30 their own 30-yard line by the 31.
32-yard line. First and
32 rather.
Cavaliers.
I have a horrible angle, so I can't quite tell. But hey, sometimes there's been teams that know that they can kick the ball right over that first and second level, and they cheat up like that, and players are fast enough to break through, and you can get a chip block there and get across things there. We'll see what they set up here for now. 8 minutes and 20 seconds and counting. Culver's got the ball. Fisher will trot his way out to the gang on offense. The offensive line's done a good job opening up runs for them tonight. Triton has gotten better at stuff in the run. They've been better at bringing those more of those interior runs. The line's done a good job eating up their gaps, and then the linebackers giving them a chance to make a play.
They have been doing better at stopping it. They just need to work on stopping the outside when they go there.
Exactly. They're doing a good job by sitting still. Fisher having a good time out there and just saying, all right, we're going to wait until the clock runs down here. Going to go to Dittmeyer, and Dittmeyer's going to run up the middle there, and he'll get just a couple of yards maybe on the carry. Dittmeyer, don't let him fool you. Very powerful runner. He had a lot of yards a season ago. Carter Stevens has in his own right. These guys, they do well. Those gains of you hear broadcasters talk in the NFL. You hear coaches talk. 3 to 4 yards gain. That's not bad. That sets you up in third down and manageable. And then you can either throw it or you can run it again and just keep running down their throats. Like you guys have heard me talk a lot with Mark Schlereth and what he talks about. And when Denver, of course, they had John Elway back there as their quarterback, and yet on third down and short or third down and like 3 or 4 or third down and short, they're not throwing the ball. They're going to take Terrell Davis and run it right down your throat, and that's exactly what they did. And that shows a sign of toughness for a team to do that.
Carter
Stevens with a nice carry up on the near side there. He'll get up a few yards. As we're inside 7 minutes now and counting on homecoming night here for the Cavaliers. I'm Andy O'Hara alongside senior Gavin Greer joining us up here. I guess we're in the bleachers, not the booth tonight. And the Hall of Famers down there running the camera for us. And Trent's down here listening.
He's watching too. He caught that slide there.
Yeah, he did. He caught that slide there. So technically he could be an analyst, right?
The game. $2.
We're considering you an analyst since you caught the play there, that sliding underneath the play there. So appreciate all the guys' help. It's a lot of fun to have the guys out here, and of course everybody helping us out. Kenny's on his way back, but Gavin, you've been great to have you up here, buddy. I hope you keep coming and doing this, pal. It's a lot of fun to have you up here.
I really enjoy coming and do these.
45-yard line.
We'll keep working. We'll keep working with you. One of these days, you maybe might replace me. Who knows?
McCoy on the tackle.
Fisher receiving instruction from Coach where he runs it back out there as we're now inside 6 minutes remaining. Of course, next week we'll be down at Pioneer. Orion, have we ever did I have not done a broadcast with you. We done a basketball broadcast where I think we had to record a Pioneer.
No. Well, last time we were down there, we broadcasted.
Oh, we did broadcast, didn't we? Well,
I've been down there for a football game, but just recorded it.
So we'll see what happens for the long
Stevens
trip.
on the carry.
The bugs are starting to get to me now.
Now they're bugging. Yeah, they're living up to the name. They're bugging me now. Like I said, their homecoming court tonight. Everybody was all dressed up. I don't think I want to be as dressed up as some of the guys were.
6, McCoy.
It's a little too hot
for that.
Of course, not everybody can pull off dress shorts like like some of these pro athletes do on some of their draft. I'm like, good night, 11. So that line deserves some credit. McLean Middaw is coming in. Luke Snyder will go out. Middaw comes in. McCoy giving him instruction, make sure he's all set and ready to go. Also receiving instruction, I can't quite see who it is, talking to him. I think that's Reichert. Reichert giving Middaw some coaching him up a little bit. Shiva on their side of him, Ames on the far side. Handoff's going to go to Sullivan. He's going to get outside. And Trey Shue stays with him. Lost him for a minute, but he's got back up and kept fighting with it. Good job by Trey Shue to keep fighting there for the tackle.
Duke on the tackle.
So Gavin, break it down for us.
They kept pushing through. It's a good jump tackle, take him out of the air, push him down so he can regain his balance, keep going.
And staying with him, too. I mean, yeah, that's tough. I mean, Sullivan's a pretty quick player. I mean, he showed it on some of the kickoff returns and the other moments he's been in the game. I mean, he's a quick runner, and for Shue, a freshman, to run down, I mean, Shue's pretty quick. I mean, he may be big, but he's pretty quick. I mean, he's going to be a solid big guy for us. I mean, he's going to be a solid player as he grows and matures. We got some pretty good freshmen. We got some great players on this roster. They just need to kind of grow and mature a little bit. They'll get there. Fisher to Sullivan up the middle, and is going to get brought down in a hurry. I believe leading the charge was McCoy, and Shue leading the charge.
McCoy and Duke on the tackle. No gain on the play.
Oh, Duke on the tackle. I'm sorry. That wasn't Shue. That was Duke. I'm sorry. Everybody changing numbers and messing with me. Although Trey Shue is very talented, Gabriel Duke is looking very good. He was the one that ran the guy down from behind. I am sorry. That is my bad. Hey, those numbers are not easy to see from up here.
They aren't.
I get used to certain people and certain numbers, and there's more players in football than there is in basketball. So as we're nearing the 3-minute mark, as they're going to let the play clock run down before they get ready to take the snap. Fisher on over to Ziaja. He's going to find a way over. He cuts back inside for a nice run. McCoy and a whole host of Trojans bring him down.
Ziaja on the carry. Close.
Just close. Not quite.
Middaw on the tackle.
Third
Culver
down
does
and
a
very
real
short.
good job with all the fakes they do on the release of the run.
You know, and that takes a lot of practice. We're learning that type of offense. I mean, because you got to know where you're going. And the quarterback is really the center of that whole thing. He's going to have to read where the defense is going. He kind of has an idea where he's going to go, but he's got 3 options. 4 options if you count him. So it takes a lot of learning and studying and really just patience and a lot of concentration. That line has got to be ready to know where he's going because he's calling out the plays there along the line, calling out the coverages. I mean, he's doing – I mean, that's a tough job. Sullivan gets it now, and he'll run through. McCoy will come in with a big tackle. They might call a horse collar.
Sullivan on the carry. Flag on the play.
Yep, they're going to call horse collar. They kind of wrapped him up kind of high. I think that's what they're going to call the horse collar. And they're going to tell him. So personnel, they're going to call horse collar on the Trojans. Got to move Culver forward. So they had the first down, but yet they're going to get some more yards from the penalty spot. So as we're inside minute 40 counting, Culver's going to improve to 3-2 on the season. Triton will fall to 2-3. They'll face a very tough Pioneer squad who's been facing an Indianapolis Tucks here tonight. Down, and I think it's at Pioneer, if I read that correctly. It is a Pioneer. And Indianapolis Tucks is who they're taking on tonight. Or it's Crispus Tucks. I don't know. We're facing Pioneer next week. So Pioneer and Knox are sitting above the H&AC, and that'll improve. Culver will get their first H&AC win here on homecoming. Very tough group. I mean, they played us tough. They play us tough every time we play them. So they lead the series in the last 35 years. And they'll improve one more game here as Ziaja on the carry. Inside the final minute remaining here at homecoming for Culver. Tonight's scoring, we started off the game with a big 14-yard carry by Zach Dittmeyer and a 2-point conversion by Carter Stevens. And Triton answered right back with a 43-yard catch and run by D'Angelo Shumpert. And then it was the Jalen King show. He got one from 43 yards out, then 10 yards out, 25 yards out, and then 6 yards out. You know, Jalen King, we kept talking about his speed and his vision on the outside. He does a real good job getting the outside and really fooling the defense. And then Dittmeyer added the last score from 2 yards out, and then Triton finished off their game with a Pitney to Kappas 14-yard strike, frozen rope across the middle. And that brings us to our score 44-14. Triton will fall to 2-3. But like I said, they are not a bad 2-3 team. It's just a team that's learning. They're going to figure it out. Don't sleep on these guys. They're going to keep working. If they're listening to this, you guys have a lot of talent. They do. I mean, you walk them every day in school. They have a confidence about them.
They always have confidence that they can come back the next week and do better if they didn't do good.
And it's not an arrogance. And sometimes doing better may not translate to the scoreboard. It's maybe doing your job better, learning better, or really just trying to develop your game and really work better as a team. That's where improving, improving as a man, not quite as a football player, but these guys are going to get it figured out. But we're going to sign off here tonight. I'm Andy O'Hara alongside Gavin Greer and the Hall of Famer Ryan Lemler. We're signing off the Triton Trojan Sports Network. And until next time, Trojan fans, remember the Trojan way.